highest murder recorded in Jamaica was 2009, a total of 1,680.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is 209 with
Thank you very much.
1,680.
Thank you, Smitty. That is everyone you tell him.
So, Squitty, you see what happening? 4 questions.
No, hold on.
Soldier, wait now.
Make we go for statistics now. Make we go for statistics. This much one.
No,
Make we go for statistics.
Soldier, wait now. Squitty. Squitty, you see what happened? You see what happened, Squitty? It's 4 conversations we have about the country. And this man up there, so don't know one of them, him lose who all 4.
Andrew is the murder prime minister. Andrew is the murder prime minister. Andrew is the murder prime minister.
Squitty, let me ask this. Let me address that.
Murder prime minister.
Okay, let me address it. Okay. Let me address it. William, let me address it. Hear this now. All right, Squitty. Hear this now. More people would have died if an average under Andrew Holness. But that is not where it's coming from or going. Here where it's coming from, I'm going. In 1989, PNP got a murder rate of 439. When they would have left office, it was 1,600 and something. What would have happened is that Jamaica would have decayed, would have fallen into, what would I call it, literally unforeseen poverty. Nothing was there for the young men to do. So under the PNP administration, they would have run Jamaica to wreck. There was nothing to youth but to turn to a life of crime. So what happened is that most of these young men would have turned to life of crime, would have been coming up now in the 2000s and plus. So yes, average. You would say Andrew Holness average. But have we ever seen a decline of this magnitude until now? This year under Andrew Holness, same way? No. So that he can come and he can talk. Where did it started? Where did it all go wrong? Under PNP. Everybody else was trying to fix it. But under PNP keep ballooning because they don't care about Jamaica. They never did anything for the young men and women except either you go join the police force or you turn a teacher or you be a soldier. There was nothing else to do under PNP back then. So the youth had to turn to a life of crime.
Somebody,
so you would
thank you, soldier. I agree with that. But somebody, Andrew Holness, yes. Let me hold on. Thanks to Andrew Holness.
Soldier, somebody is asking a question pertaining to the country now. Ask him another question pertaining to our country.
Thank you to Andrew Holness, but when Mark now becomes the prime minister, that is when Jamaica will never happen.
That will never happen. Mark only can that will never happen. Your dream. Your mother, your dream. Really, you know somebody who will keep out a 121. It means
you want to crowd. You want to cry?
Let me ask him this.
Hold on, let me ask him this. Hold on. Let me ask him this.
Ask the man.
All right. In Jamaica history, tell me which other time Jamaica have seen an NIR of $5.78 billion US.
Yeah.
Jamaica history.
Yes.
Yeah, the NIR is not bad now.
Well, no man, when have there is no other time, no sir?
Yeah, comment Andrew Holness to the NIR, yeah.
All right, next thing again. Yeah. Move on. Next thing. When have you seen the debt to GDP fall so rapidly? Which other time?
You know why?
The debt to GDP.
Let me explain to you.
Explain nothing to you because you don't know financial expert. So you're a history teacher. And you say that every day. Me know why you explain that to me.
Teacher.
I am no financial expert. Yeah, me know why you explain that to me. I'm no financial expert. You say you you're a social study and history teacher.
As any other
So, hold on, man. Me know why you tell me no foolishness. Me know why you explain them to me because you are no financial. When in the history of Jamaica have the to GDP fall so rapidly? Just tell me when. Tell me one time when.
Because Andrew inherit. Andrew inherit.
When?
Andrew inherit. It's from Peter Phillips of the Minister of Finance.
When? That no who? The man they can't add to take much percent for no.
Andrew get a good economy. Good economy. And when they lost it, when PNP lost election in 2016.
Squitty, right?
Yeah. You have to go jump off.
Squitty, more have to make a case on behalf of the Prime Minister of the Jamaican people because this is a man that makes sense right now. This is just confusion, you know.
Yeah, but
no, Squitty. The people them are here for information, and the people them want to know why they should vote for the most honourable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness. And
they're not going to.
And that me come here for, you understand me? Because nobody going to vote for Mark Golding, the British citizen who family used to own slave in this country.
That can't,
you understand?
That can't who was spreading rumors
and Squitty Mark Golding no born in Jamaica. He no come from here. You understand what I mean?
Yes, 76.
That's a low blow. That's a low blow. That's a low blow.
Yes,
that's a low blow.
You see, for the past 2 minutes. You see, give me a minute now. No. Give me a minute. You see, for the past 2 minutes. You see, for the past 2 minutes, it's foolish. We make this man look. I am telling the panel, all we have to do is ask him something progressive about our country. That's all I have to do, you know. No matter go around the corner, ask him these things. That's all I have to do, you know. I make him look foolish as he is, you know.
Good night.
So
good
where's
night,
the $900 billion? Where's the $900 billion that missed out on the Ministry of Education? Where's it?
Brother.
Good night.
Okay. Let me ask O'Keefe one question.
Chris
O'Keefe.
A long time ago.
All right. Go on. Do your thing.
Okay. How much money did the PNP administration spend on national security?
I don't have the figure. I don't have the figure.
Well, according to Wagwan, they spend 400 million on national security. How much does administration spend on national security yearly?
You tell me.
21 times.
Somebody tell
Hold on, the man talk to me and the man. Come out.
But watch it now. If you're gonna cuss this administration and say all what you say, and you don't know these basic things, why you think we have a decrease in crime right now?
So Andrew spend a lot of money on national security. When did it start to prove that really that the crime cut in? And since 2025, about February, March, we see a decrease in crime, huh?
Yes,
Remember, Andrew try Zozo, he failed.
Man.
He takes away the right of Jamaica City to the state of emergency, and he fails with it. He tried Zozo and he fails. The problem with the security is that we had a very good commissioner of police who knows how to fight crime.
Listen me.
And that's how the crime go down. Andrew have no fighting strategy when it comes to national security. So we give him no.
Jamaica,
Jamaica, and all this. Making up 2 days.
Hey, listen to me. The crime and violence, the police can't do it on their own. If the police did fight crime and bring down murder the way how them do now, then I bring it down under the PNP criminal organization. You understand what I mean? The thing is, this government, led by the most honourable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness, have invested massively within the security force. And that is the reason why we're reaping the result today in seeing 44 Chris Hey, if you stop, don't people through it and make people talk, you know, youth. Because we are talking, don't make no sense. I have to listen to what you listen to me. Well, I know. Youth, you feel listen to where you talk, say no before you talk. Because you talk, and it not make no sense. Listen to me. Listen to me. Me hear you want Peter Bunting and the rest of them with this nonsense. When you listen to yourself before you talk, because guess what? Nobody gonna fall for no propaganda, on the rumors, on the lie. You understand? Listen to me. Let me talk, man. Listen, let me talk now. We no business when we want farm or when we don't want farm.
Crime.
But listen to me, tapping nice when we talk. Tapping nice when we talk. Well, I know. Remember, say Peter Bunting. Peter Bunting and the PNP was a failure. You understand what I mean? Peter Bunting give us over to the hands of the criminal in this country. Peter Bunting confess that him do everything that he can. The PNP do everything that they can, right? And they never reduce the murder rate in this country, Squitty. When you got the police to my police station, them, and you look up in the ceiling. And you look up in the ceiling, Squitty. Squitty, you see the sky. You see the sky, Squitty. You understand what I mean? Squitty, in the PNP time. Squitty, mute him now, Squitty. Squitty, mute him, let me talk now, Squitty.
Squitty, mute him now, make him shut up him.
Squitty, mute him now. Mute him now because we are talking to make sense.
Go on.
Mute him, Squitty. Yeah, thank you, Squitty. Squitty.
One person talk.
Yeah, one person at a time, man. Squitty, you know what I say, you don't need to listen to himself because he might reason out of anger. And when he might reason out of anger, he not listen to him say. Yeah, and he not listen to him say much of foolishness. Squitty, you cannot fight crime and violence in Jamaica if you don't make resources available to the police force. How can you fight crime and violence without police cars? How you can fight crime and violence without equipment? You understand what I mean? This government, Squitty, have come in, right, and invest massively by boat, by ship, to protect our shores and our border. You understand what I mean? Fix police station, because we need the police them to feel comfortable when they work. You understand what I mean? They buy vests, they buy helmet, because the police them usually share them here, and the police them not feel comfortable. So we have to make them feel comfortable and have the resources to tackle the crime and violence in this society. The security force was under-resourced. Squitty, the government, unmute, Squitty, the government, Squitty, through you, the government moved the JDF from 4,000 to over 8,000. You could not fight crime and violence, Squitty, with the type with 4,000 soldiers in this country. You need more. So the government go on a massive recruitment drive and move it from 4,000 something to 8,000. The JCF, Squitty, the government move it from 6,500 to actually full capacity, Squitty. And this is the reason why, Squitty, we are seeing the massive reduction in crime and violence. So when the PNP going to come with the lying tongues and I come talk about Andrew and the government, now have nothing to do with bringing down crime and violence in this country. It's damn lie.
Nathaniel, hold on there, beg you a minute. You see last week Sunday, in the history for Jamaica, since Jamaica became independent, last week Sunday was crime-free, not even one murder in Jamaica, not even one. In May of this year, that it was last week, there was not even one murder in Clarendon. And there was only one incident.
87.
One murder. So make O'Keefe.
Yo.
Hold on. Let me talk now. You see, O'Keefe used to go Sydney Pagan School, the agriculture school in ELM. My friend knows him very well. This guy don't like Andrew Holness because he talk about how Andrew come from 2-bedroom boardhouse and rich. A one bedroom will grow up in O'Keefe. You can't match none of our family with asset. We don't boast for that because you're dead left that. You're bad man, the Prime Minister. I will tell you if you run for JT, President, I make them vote out you. And that you know like Andrew for your bad mind. You're grudgeful. And you say, yo, go pay a barrel chicken. You all bull pussy. Go pay a barrel chicken.
Don't go so personal, General. Don't go so personal.
So true,
I don't like bad mind people. I don't like with him in a like bad mind people. We are fight Prime Minister, man. Stop fight the Prime Minister, man.
Chris, to that all right. 87.
Not cry too far.
Man, good night. 87. You have to understand.
You don't put on your drawers. You put on your drawers and your pad.
No. You hear him?
The PNP cannot deny that there is a massive decrease in crime, you know, right? So them they want to give the government the credit. So they might use some strategy to say big up to the police and I give the police some full credit. But without the government financing and supporting the police force, there wouldn't be no decrease in crime.
Exactly.
You understand me? Brother, listen to me. I have never, as a young person, I have never seen any
Hello, Dr. Blake came up. Andrew Holness as a Prime Minister, neither Dr. Chang came up with no strategies. How? Not even like even when PJ Pattis was a Prime Minister, he tried with acid, he tried with X, and he tried. Andrew tried with arm, Andrew tried with Gozo, he failed.
You have evidence for keep of saying that. That's what we're saying. Good to start the program and give everybody them own 4 minutes now.
All right, let's start from top. All right.
Okay, we're all over the place.
Dr. Sam, ask him questions. Dr. Sam.
Talk about Andrew Holness policy. Don't like critics and going to mash up the program.
We can run the program now.
Yeah, okay, but mash it up, man.
Questions about our country. Questions about our country.
Let us talk about our country.
Yeah, man.
We talk about our country. Let me talk about our
Dr. Sam, please, unmute your mic, sir. Touch your pitch and, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Sam, give me 4 minutes.
All right. I am really disappointed in this gentleman here. If we can even say that because of the
everybody mic mute, please.
Amount of stuff. But what I'm saying is this: I was talking to somebody and I asked them what's going on, why you don't like the Prime Minister, and his comment was he grew up in a 2-bedroom house and now I'm rich. So I'm thinking to myself, where I start in life has nothing to do with where I am. For those who came on the program earlier, we recognize that I did not pass common entrance and them stuff to get into states. I had to go there. I got in Jamaica we call it buy. Them buy you because you can't run or because you can't play football or something like that. So I run for the all-age school and the coach from States buy me and I got to States and now I'm a physician. So where you start is not, so you can't be grudging the man because of his wealth or how he got it. Everybody's saying he's corrupt, but show me where he is corrupt. Where is the proof? Has he been charged? So this is one person, this Prime Minister, I would look at him and I would say to my son, if I had one, but I would say to my nephews and every young person growing up in Jamaica, read his story, learn from him. Because when I look, and people are saying that all of a sudden 28 bank books was criminal. But all of a sudden now 28 bank books don't really matter because this other gentleman has 32. And I heard people saying that, oh, his 32 is okay because he was a successful businessman. Yes, successful at earning a lot of money from FinSac. That's a great level of success. When we talk even about the healthcare system, I like to go there because that's the area and that's the field that I'm in. I believe that Jamaica healthcare system it may not be first world according to the populace, but when we look at what's going on, Jamaica healthcare system is top job. I remember as a little boy, I used to go to the Black River Hospital, and I remember there used to be like 7 guys sitting there just to open the gate. Like 7 people open one gate. And then when Siaga won the election, he reduced that to 2 because he was like, you don't need 7 people sitting down playing domino just to open the gate for a car to come in and a car to leave out and stuff like that. But I wish people would just sit back, take a look at where the country is at. Forget about the partisan business. Look at it 10 years ago or whatever. And I'm going to say the last thing to wrap up. When a patient gets sick, when a patient have a disease or a chronic illness, it means that it's been going on in their bodies for a long time. Don't come to the doctor. It's not going to be healed immediately. So when the crime rate was accelerating under Andrew Holness, is because he got a sick country. He got a country that was sick of with crime. And so it took time and medication and whatever else they have to offer in order to get it down to a level. So to say he's got this murder prime minister, the first place for murder prime minister, yes, he might have more people die under his watch, but it's because of what he inherited. He couldn't win election in 2016 and get rid of all the bad man them and all the gun them within a year or two. It's going to take time. And so they put in the work, they did what they had to do, and now they're reaping the rewards from with everything that they have done. And I'm not going to listen to nobody and say that this is not a good thing that is happening, and it's happening because of election. No, you plant a seed, it don't grow the same day. It's going to take time to grow. And even after it grow, it's still going to take time to bear, and it's even going to take time for you to reap the harvest. And right now, we're reaping the harvest of all the hard work that these guys have been putting in over the last 9 years. And I land right there, school.
All right, respect. Okay, your time. Nobody know about you know. Make him talk down on the bunk.
Oh, you start with him already, and you have to dump him now.
Dr. Sam, you live in Jamaica?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you work with the public sector, or you are a private sector in medicine? You're a medical doctor. Are you a medical doctor? You're a medical doctor?
100%.
Okay, and you work with the private sector or the public sector?
Public for now. Going
private. Public.
Yeah.
I think you are very disingenuous to say that the health system is better, because the health system in Jamaica, whether PNP or JLP, the health system is a failure in Jamaica. I have a little friend of mine, a former co-worker of mine. He had hernia, and hernia turned into Boston. And for the man is going under a lot of pain. And it's next year before they can do an operation on him at KPH. What type of health system like that we have?
What parish you live in? What parish you live in?
He lives in Kingston. To do it at public.
My
father.
Hold on. Could you stop for a minute there? Because is KPH the only hospital in Kingston or in Jamaica?
KPH and public are the two most equipped hospitals in Jamaica.
No, hernia is a easy.
Yeah, man. UWI and KPH are the two most equipped hospitals in Jamaica. All right, doctor, I'm going to ask you another question. Refer to where?
Huh?
Where? Spanish Town?
Clarendon, yes.
No. All of them. Look here, my father suffered from prostate enlargement.
Mm-hmm.
I took my father to public because he couldn't urinate when I was in Jamaica in January. And my father did not get through until about 6 o'clock in the evening, and then the doctor said he's going to admit him because he has infection. Because the only you gives him an infection. And when I left and go to my home to say I'm going to get some clothes for him, up to 1 o'clock, my father did not get a bed. So what else system you're going to tell me? Don't be disingenuous because of politics. Jamaica health system need to improve. You are disingenuous.
You see how calm I'm talking? I'm not screaming at you.
No, that's what me talk. I don't mean nothing. That's what me talk strong.
Anyway, hold on. Let me take when I work accident and emergency. Every Friday in our hospital is catheter day. We have at least, I'm not going to tell people in the hospital and work, but they're going to look for me. We have at least 50 persons coming every day, male and female. We have to change their catheter. We have men coming in emergency A&E, and we just stop what we're doing because we know that if we don't get the catheter in when they have the benign prostate, the big prostate, then it can burst, it can bust them urethra there, the bladder. So we don't want that to happen.
So true. Yes,
so what we do immediately right there off the bat, we are just going to, because it takes 10 minutes, we're just going to slip a catheter in there and then let him sit down for a while. I don't know which.
Yes, they did. I'm not telling a lie. They did.
Okay, so he didn't take a long time then for him to get that.
They did. But
so we have to do that first to relieve the pain so that we can get rid of whatever. So we have to take time in order to get back around to him. So what we're gonna do first?
Okay, time up now, you know.
First and foremost,
what's going on, man? Me and the doctor talk, man. What's going on, man?
Hold on, I'm so long.
So first,
right, so I am saying, doctor, because you are a green person, I respect your belief. You are a Labourite. I'm a PNP. I don't have nothing personal against you according to your political belief. But you see the disingenuous part of it.
No. Hold on. Hold on.
Failure as a prime minister of Jamaica, and that's why Jamaica people is so disgusted of him. That's him not in kind of momentum. He went to Trelawney the other day and nobody was there. You don't see the Prime Minister, the crowd. Look at the meetings at the PNP. I saw the PNP at a meeting in East Rural St. Andrew from Bull Bay to
all right, Landison,
wow. Landison, I'm yearning to come back to Jamaica, man.
Landison, I'm going to yearn until you come on back to you. Hold on there. Ian.
Yeah, man, cool.
All right, first,
just mute O'Keefe a second.
Yeah, everybody mute, please.
Mute him. No, yeah. Good. O'Keefe is not on your panel to discuss Jamaican affairs. O'Keefe is on your panel to market an illusion that is not going to happen. That's what O'Keefe is here for. You know, when he started to talk about them father, he never said the doctor did help him father. And when the doctor say and explain to him quick, him say, nah, lie, him do that. But he never that give the system that credit. Sweetie, year before yesterday, we had a meeting and the commissioner of police was there. And we sit down and me shake him and tell him for good work. He said, hey, let me tell you something. This work couldn't have done without the Prime Minister funding the police force. They told them what they would need to fight the crime. And they give them the budget to do it. So don't listen to O'Keefe, them to the Commissioner of Police. Big up Commissioner Blake. Beswick said that. Give the Prime Minister the credit. I do have to listen to O'Keefe. O'Keefe, I couldn't tell last when O'Keefe meet Mark Golding. I couldn't tell last O'Keefe even meet. O'Keefe was there foreign and marketing like them pay him. O'Keefe don't know nothing about Jamaica. Even though the same come with a one script every single time. No disrespect to O'Keefe. But as the open said, let's talk about Jamaica. And somebody ever talk say things are go good, you say them disingenuous. Or you call the big doctor, the doctor liar. You can't call the doctor liar, brethren. The doctor tell you that your father can go to a different hospital. It can. Some hospital, the public and the KPH and public is the same hospital. The KPH will be crowded because they must go for emergency. Them crowded. That don't mean if you go sit down there and wait on the date if you give a look for your prostate. That's why your father, you can't take him to a next medical hospital, okay? You just have blame one hospital and say the Andrew own. Andrew only don't own the hospital. It doesn't own it. It might work just like the whole away. So if you blame the hospital, blame Christopher Tufton, you can't blame Andrew Holness. Because everybody have a portfolio to manage. Because you wouldn't shake the Prime Minister and neither. You're being lying. You wouldn't. You couldn't even tell G-Keeper happy birthday or you tell the Prime Minister happy Father's Day. You just don't like the man personally. I mean, you just say it. Stop use political because he's going to win the next general election. Whether you like it, yes or not. It is going to happen and you will not come back to Jamaica if I'm not holding your weapon. Burn your passport, okay? And I land right there.
All right. 87. Everybody mute when them attack. 87.
He is a true representative of their party leader, Mark Oddy. Light, deceitful, disrespectful, deceptive, and all of these bad things. That's what they represent. The lying, the information, much rumors, and propaganda. Eh? But let me tell you something. Squitty. This government, led by the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness.
So, C or study, how you got that?
Somebody mic open. Yeah, go on to Jamaica. Are you back going that? 87?
Sorry, Squitty, sorry. Squitty. Yes, right, yes, Squitty. So I was saying, the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness, right? Going to get a third term. Matter of fact, we stop talking about the third term. You understand? Because third term already gone. We are talking about choosing Jamaica, right? We are choosing Jamaica. Because we have never seen a prime minister like this prime minister working for the people, right? Working for the people and care for the people. When you look, Squitty, he created a pension scheme for those who never work a day in their life. Mm-hmm. No other administration in the history of Jamaica have done this thing. When you look on poverty rate in this country, from we start to record poverty is the lowest it had ever been under this administration led by the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness. When it comes on to social housing program, everybody in the Caribbean want to follow this social housing program that the Prime Minister is doing for the poor people of this country, Squitty. Squitty, the Prime Minister never go around building boardhouse where Chichi are going to eat down next 5 years. And he didn't create this social housing programs for labor rights. He created for Jamaicans. PNP and JLP are no P whatsoever. You understand me? I tell you, under this government, Squitty, led by the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness, right? The IMF can go all around the world and using Jamaica as an example to other nations. You understand what I mean? When it comes on to the debt to GDP, is the lowest it have ever been in the history of Jamaica. And it happened under this government led by the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael. Under this government led by the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness. And you hear what Mark Golding said to us? Mark Golding said to the government must stop pay off the debt and give the people the money. Then he turned around again and said, him not if he inform government, him not going to he's not going to pay down the debt the way how we pay it down. You understand what I mean? Squitty, yeah. This government have done so much, and this Prime Minister have done so much for this country, right? That If we are a well-thinking nation, this government would not have to go on the road and campaign, right? Would have just go vote them in back to continue the work that they are doing to develop this country and to move the people from poverty to prosperity. No well-thinking nation going to vote out a government that is keeping them safe. I see this government fighting, taking on these criminals by the horn. If the government hold the bull by its horn, trying to make us safe. And every minute, the government have to end up a court because the PNP bringing the government to court for protecting Jamaicans' life. They will come talk about the SOEs wasn't working. Do you know how bad Montego Bay was? Eh? And thank God for the state of emergency that they implemented in St. James. And yesterday I see a statistic in Montego Bay, 76% reduction in major crime in Montego Bay. Jamaica is becoming a safer place than 10 years ago. And this government deserves all the credit. I am asking all well-thinking Jamaica and Jamaicans and all well-thinking comrades, because comrades don't see themselves as Jamaican, you know. They see themselves as comrades. They don't care about Jamaica. They just care about themselves. But may I ask the well-thinking one who not choose Jamaica, choose the Jamaica Labour Party.
All right, plan him this, brother. Respect. Chris.
Yes, Kitty.
Yes, I.
This man, O'Keefe, this man don't like the Prime Minister. This man try to demonize the Prime Minister in everywhere.
Well, man, just talk some policies, man.
Yeah, man. No, I'm going to tell you. And the policies where my Prime Minister put in the PNP 18.5 consecutive year, led by Percival James Patterson and Michael Joshua Manley. My Prime Minister developed that in a little, not even 9 years, because COVID actually took 3 years out of the Prime Minister. 9 years. So, when this man come and attack on the platform and pay propaganda, this man don't come and see Jamaica. Jamaica are actually turning a first world country. When I think about St. James, where there's some murder and alive, 12 people actually every day. And you can imagine me gone and only one somebody get unalive by the gun. Crime is really going down. In a PNP time, there was no vehicle. If they even have vehicle, they don't have no gas. And if they have gas, they don't have no tire. And since my Prime Minister take up office, between 2016 to now, my Prime Minister purchased over 2,000 at brand spanking new vehicle. The police force is more suitable right now for the policies. Better police station, better everything. Today in my constituency, our MP aspirant hand over a couple brand new laptop to the Christiana police station. And in Manchester, I don't think we have 5 crimes since the start of the year. Crime is going really down.
Yeah, thanks.
So me can't tell anybody that. I'm here to talk about the health sector and I have no bed and then something. In a PNP time, it did worse. It did worse in a PNP time. So nobody can talk about now. When I talk about hostel, I shame myself. PNP no build not even one hostel in the history of Jamaica, not even one. They only refurbished 2, the Mandeville and the Maypen Hospital. PNP no do nothing for Jamaica. So the JLP come in and build, the PNP mash it down. The PNP then come in like bulldozer. They mash down everything, they don't progress. And you know why O'Keefe don't like the Prime Minister? He can't get to a parish council to collect number brown envelope because the Prime Minister cut out that. By the straight of your brother shall eat bread. And I land right there.
All right. Noella.
Yeah, good night, Squiddy. Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Yes. this non-progressive, non-performing PNP party. Where every day him come and him run up him mouth about this and that. Listen to me. PNP party, listen to me, in the 90s coming down. You have more spending power now than in the 90s. I can remember Squiddy in the 90s. When I go to the supermarket, I have to watch the register until the cashier don't let it pass X amount of money. In the 90s, nobody not have no job. Young people not the name job. There was no opportunities there for young people to have. So when them come and them run up in mouth about this and that and PNP, this and PNP, as far as I see, the PNP is a destruction in this country. Everything PNP touch, it mash up, it on ashes. Listen to me. Under Andrew Michael Holness government is the most improvement I've ever seen in this country, and nobody can deny that. It's the most hospital, the most road, listen, the most police car, the most buses on the road. Listen to me, there's so much this prime minister have done, and it's only the PNP people them not give no credit because them never seem do nothing good. It's all I can tell them when my Andrew win this election, then him just drop them out of Ward 21 because all of them are going mad out. All of them going mad out because them cannot stop the third term. The third term is already booked. And I tell you something, Andrew Michael Holness is here to stay because him work not done yet. Him mission not done yet. God have him here for a purpose, and him purpose must accomplish. And no people could have Mark Golden could have got on the Obia man and wash him head and I tell him all kind of thing. He still can't stop Andrew third term. Listen to me, a God we say in a Labour Right Party. And let me tell you this. God stand with our leader and we stand with him and nothing can move him until God says so. You hear me say, Squiddy? Listen to me. At the worst time in the 90s, I can remember I couldn't say when I go supermarket, I have to tell the cashier, say, don't make it pass X amount of money. And now when we go supermarket and when we go Price Mart, Squiddy, me make machine run and me pay my money without feeling it.
I wish consequency, you know.
Southeast, Portmore, Squiddy, you know that, Squiddy, can me tell you already. Portmore me into. Big Rob can't lose.
Big Rob.
Yes, Big Rob cannot lose. Right? Let me tell you. So when them come with them non-progressive party, you see, non-performing, because them not performing now, them on a tear down. PNP tear down and Mr. P. Only the PNP people them are suffer. Only the PNP people them hungry and them are suffer. Nobody me don't know. If me never see Labour Right, I say them are suffer. Only PNP people are suffer, and there's a reason for that. You know why? Because them teach them to have handout, love handout. You see, and them not teach them to go work. Labour Right work. And we have prosperity, and we spend your money because we are spending power. And the Andrew Michael Holness talk about them never have nothing, ambition and have, because a man come from nothing to something. We should have celebrate that as a country. We have a prime minister, we come from nothing to something and set example for we and show young people so they can make life and they can make it, they can go to the highest office. I don't know. Do sit down that but he never have nothing, so I'm get rich. I'm ambition on a PNP now. On a non-progressive, non-performing. On I don't know if it's me say on is nothing. Okay, on the mindset is down in a gutter in a pit. Listen to me, Andrew Holness now stop show if we make money. And we're going to invest and we're going to get bigger, we are going to have more wealth, on top of wealth. And on the PNP, I don't know, just go over now 21 and on a ship on one different place, make on go on. Because sometimes me not see no progress in a uno. Not at all in a PNP. You can't change them. Because them used to what them used to. Yes, and third term is loading. People choose Jamaica. Choose Jamaica, people.
All right,
Choose
Noella.
Jamaica.
Mute your mic now, Noella, please. All right, Noella, respect. Stinger. We have a whole of people and come to the box, you know. Stinger, you step up, power. Stinger, one more time. Oh, open.
I'm there.
All right. Yeah, we want to rotate the box with some new people. Go on now. Go on with the 4 minutes now, brother. You move back yourself.
Make discussion.
Mic one time, man. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm Squitty.
Well,
Squitty.
I'm
And the
there,
people,
man. Make him talk now.
Squitty, listen
Yeah.
this. My talk?
Yeah,
man. I'm there. Go ahead now. Go ahead.
Well, you mute yourself, man. When you touch it one time, you can stay, man. Yeah, don't touch it again. Talk. Talk, no Stinger. Well,
Discussion talking already, man, in already yet.
All right.
Go on, Squitty.
Yeah, go on.
Listen to the level of conversation that this so-called educated person come here with. Imagine, we're talking about a country. I'm gonna make sure I make it clear now. The two individual cases that the man mentioned. Really sorry that what he mentioned. I'm sorry say I saw after what him saying. I'm sorry say I saw it go. But listen how stupid this man is. As a person was saying educated, you are coming here and telling us about two individual cases. One have prostate cancer and one have Boston. And you want to use that and mention the overall happening of a country. No. Me ask you this. Me direct this to you. Just last week, I must a week before last. First in the history of our country, we have a forensic lab. One of a kind in the Caribbean. One of a kind in the Caribbean. Why is it that your administration never give us that? Answer that question then. And while you think about that, answer this question. 28 acres of land. The Morambi Urban Center, right? Second largest single-handed project that administration could have done. Other from Sandy Gully. Why is it? Why is it? That is what we call progression of a country. That is what we talk about elevation of a country. Why is it that your so-called 20 years of goodness in the country, why don't never give you that? Answer these questions. I don't think them you want to know when you're talking. You don't got to talk about you're educated and you cuss people and get loud and yeah. You want to talk to a dunce like me. Talk to me. Answer this. The two things me ask you. Look where you come with. You come and you use two individual persons. Sorry, so them sick. Yes, me really sorry them sick. But you want to use two individual persons and condemn your own country. We just get it, you know. One of a kind, state of the art, never yet seen in the history of the Caribbean. The Caribbean. Why you didn't give us that? Come tell me why. Open your mic and tell me why.
No, don't do that. Don't do that discussion. No.
Yeah. And then no, and 28 acres of land, the largest single-handed project that a government could have ever give a country. Yeah. On never have the place up that matter of fact on lock it down and turn in a disaster. And here come this administration, give it, and you don't play this administration and talk about wait. What kind of level of education you have?
Marketing strategy, marketing.
Oh, yeah, man.
What? Where myself? I give him a piece of onion moon and buy from him. If a market come, I don't know what marketing means. So if a market like commercial market, can money you talk, about money. Because not even a honey and me wouldn't buy from him because I give me wrong change. Him not have not name sense. And that's what I'm telling you. When I talk and I open his mouth and ask him these things about the country. Put these things to him and make him explain to it. 4 questions asked. And when the man Google the 4 questions, him rank by every one of them. And you still come here as a growing individual. If he was a child, it's bad and too bad no. But he's a growing man. I know the worst part of it. You come and you say you're educated and everybody else a fool. And when it comes down for you for having just a simple discussion, you turn idiot, you can't talk. You start tell people are weird part and you start cuss people and all them things there. What kind of person are you? Yeah? A people like honor bring down the country. People like honor bring we down. Yeah? And I can't talk, you know. And you cannot open on the mouth and talk. Somebody else can catch a floor now. Squid, if you want to move, we can move, so somebody else can get a chance, you know.
All right, yeah, man. Respect. Stinger, you can't talk now, brother. Yeah, talk no, Stinger. Stinger. You unmute and unmute yourself, brother. Talk no, man. Look how get it go on. All right, I'll take out Stinger and bring up some more people. Go on, Solid as a rock. Solid music.
Yeah, man, I'm there, man.
Yes, sir. I bring up 2 new people. Go on, talk.
All right. The first thing I'm going to talk about is this administration, and them are the first administration has ever done a tax credit reverse in Jamaica. Meaning, the first administration give back people money based on tax for them pay in Jamaica. And this administration also, with the water system where I go on the NWC, them do an amnesty for all of the people them we couldn't pay them bill, them make all of them come back for the service. Also with the JLP, them reduce the tax on it, the GCT, so people can pay less money. So you see when if they are quarrel and this and that, there's so much benefit in Jamaica right now, speaking. The road infrastructure are getting major upgrade in Jamaica. The health center, all of them are get fixed up. You know what I mean? People left, right, and center and make beer money. When me hear people say them a complain right now, I say, yo, Jamaica hard and this and that, me have to really wonder. Because we have to wonder if at the PNP them alone, if because they were right there in a power, PNP can't see the light or something like that. I don't understand. And I don't understand why this man, every platform, missing go on. All them do across the Prime Minister, and I not hear him come with a substantial fact. But them talk about 28 bank accounts in the certified by the IC and all of them something there. Why are them something them a focus on? Look how much work the man do. Look how much house. You see come like every single day you go on TikTok. You see the Prime Minister and one house. You know see it's pretty. Every single day, you know. The man and over one house. Every single day you see the Prime Minister, he might cut one ribbon for a new, he might dig up a new place for a new project at open. Bro, in a real life, and we can talk facts right now. Whether JLP or PNP, no other Prime Minister in the history of Jamaica has ever done so much for Jamaica. Not even Siaga, none of them other Prime Ministers has never done so much for Jamaica than Andrew Holness did. And then mine, Andrew Holness have whole heap of thing where slow him down, you know. Time of COVID was slow him down. You have hurricane where come with damage the infrastructure. Remember, so we have one of the best finance ministers ever in a way. Where the big bank name, the IMF bank take Niger Clark with you from it. Yeah. So we're on the right path. And what at the 9th budget this, where we have no new tax. Okay, boy, you talk about that too, you know, man. Because your administration tax down to the pad where the woman they wear, you know, you have to let the man they go put on a while ago, you know. Where they use all of them money they do. Right now, we get the GDP rate at the lowest. We have more spending power. $1 billion big government has spent on national security.
I can't share. Tap up the screen.
You don't know about the Jamaica Eye. The new center them with the Prime Minister all over Jamaica. We have all AI police right now. If you do a crime in Jamaica and then go somewhere and put you in a system, the camera them in Jamaica track you. Without a human intervention, they look and rare and give them alert and all of them something. Bro, if we just calm down and stop listening to PNP and come up on the platform and spread the propaganda every day. I'm tired of hearing the propaganda and the lie. As open discussion said, we ask you about a question and none of them you know answer truthfully. You see me? When your turn again, why you come and why you talk some facts about Jamaica. You know why you talk about the Prime Minister this and the Prime Minister that. Talk some facts about Jamaica, man. Talk some facts about Martin Boyd. That. I will if a PNP right now they are in a lawsuit because of the same lies we are telling okay. You see me? Everything on the contact are things where the PNP manufacture and can tell people, you know. You see me? You don't have no facts to the most about that talk. I'm going to land this now.
All right. Respect. Okay, step up again. You have 4 minutes. Give me some policies, okay. Give undecided them some policies.
Look here.
Look here. Coming at the box, you know, undecided.
Look here. This administration is
4 minutes, now, brother. You give your Keith again.
This circle, well, I might have come around back, you know, we start from solid, it go right down.
But I'm going to get my 4 minutes yet.
This administration, brother, wait for your turn, no, sir.
You soon get your turn, man. It come right down to you, man. Well,
ready now?
Yeah.
This administration is the worst Jamaica have ever seen. The Andrew Holness led administration is the worst Jamaica ever seen. When you're talking about the best, what Andrew Holness have done to Jamaica? The poverty rate is, we are living below the poverty level. People's salaries not up there. As a teacher, what teacher 30 years in Jamaica, I have to take for myself because me need for a better future and my kids them. You understand? Both me and my wife have to take away ourselves because of poor management of the country under Andrew Holness. They are raping the country and nobody bad mind Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness can sue me, is what the IC said. The IC said that Andrew Holness has 28 bank accounts that cannot give account for to say where you get these money from. That's just what the high C said.
I'll explain to you what it is.
Right? That's what the high C said. And that's the high C referred to the FID for investigation. Because they cannot arrest him. So they have to refer to the FID for investigation. Right? So it doesn't matter what tell me about Andrew Holness to take people out of Chichi house, board house and put, yes, everybody have to come up with good ideas and such. Nothing is wrong with the social program or such. Nothing is wrong with it. Build good house, give people, congratulate him. Yes, but that can make up before corruption. How can you put your friend, because I don't have any problem with Dennis Chung as the FID, the person responsible, but if your friend, nepotism and cronyism, corruption there again. Why you want to move Pamela Monroe from the high C? Huh? Corruption there again. The country with the drill. The dearest drill is for $4 million Jamaican dollars and $31 million corruption again.
Policies, no man, all them in their room where you talk about talk policies.
No, there you go, right? Corruption again. So I'm telling you, yes, because
talk policies.
Yeah, no proof is what. No. We're not talking about that. We're talking about what is going on and the corruption in the country. It's going on. Or you mean we have any proof of the photo when we do the investigation? You think Dr. Daz is idiot?
We have 320 people. Them want your policies will not
but look at if you allow me
to no policies, no policy.
We don't want here, no.
All right, tell me two of them.
Is coming when the PNP comes in power. When the PNP comes in power, we're not ready for that yet. We're not ready for that. We talk about the corruption of Andrew Holness. Corruption. You have 28 bank accounts and you cannot get where the money coming from. And you want to go talk about people grudge. Where people come from grudge. And the high C corruption and Jamaica people fed up because they continue to rape the country. Look at what happened at Petrojam. How much $1 billion cannot give an account? Eh? The man from St. Mary would use car. How much millions of Jamaican taxpayers you want her term? Look here, Andrew Holness. How way with yourself? You think Jamaica people for fool? Eh? When you take her to the middle class, when you do your survey and check the middle class, no middle class supporting Andrew Holness. And every grassroots people and the young people are supporting Mark Golding. Mark Golding is Jamaica's next Prime Minister. Boy, clean.
Okay. Somebody say yeah, mad.
Yeah.
That's true?
I'm a madman. Andrew, I'm
Yes, man, make me mad.
Andrew,
Yes,
how
man,
you mad
mad
him?
out.
That's true?
Andrew, how you mad him?
Look here.
Bad mind, boy, I tell you how you bad mind.
Mute on the mic, please, man. Mute on the mic. Mute on the mic, people can't
You know,
hear
say, me not me leave your program most time, me not skip it because the people that have no behavior and then have no manners, I allow them to talk. They criticize me, I allow them to talk. I don't dip in people's argument. Allow me to learn. Because Andrew Holness cannot win a next election in Jamaica. Jamaica people are no idiot. Mark Jefferson Golding is the new prime minister for a short while. You understand?
Madman. You're a madman in clean clothes. You're mad. You're mad before you're born.
Okay,
you're a madman in a clean clothes.
Okay, man. You can't take a laugh and joke, brother.
But Skitty.
Hey, Skitty.
All right,
Skitty. Batman, boy. Hey, Skitty. Why you know like Andrew ended a run for the JTA president with that Andrew a Minister of Education? And to Andrew support him.
Okay, and
that's why I'm Batman Andrew.
Like the laugh at all.
A Batman boy, man. You know what I'm saying? Batman Andrew.
All right, well, I'm going to from Basic. Well, I'm the Chris. Basic, step up.
O'Keefe come with a night time, and that him get paid for come do.
Yeah. Propaganda.
Yeah. Yeah. He just get paid for do it, and that's the truth.
Well, you know, it's time we laugh for O'Keefe, God, you know, man.
It's really not the man get paid.
You have to go and pick up your lie, Mattel, and propaganda.
If you make him land.
Basic.
Machine,
remember, say, and a PNP government here on because he was burying chicken. And chicken, he's a chicken of a Kansas to get interest by chicken and PM. Batman, boy, man.
I'm personal. Iman Barry was brethren, you know?
Yeah.
So, like the man there, that box has no style laughing, man.
What we are saying?
I'm not laugh at time, man. Let me run him. I'm start laughing at your life.
Well, I know.
Could he deserve laugh off?
Well, I know, man. Okay, so we have a vote.
No,
sir. Okay,
I can't manage.
Well, I know. Okay, you've got student school and go learn agriculture. I don't underrate nobody. How can an agriculture minister be a finance minister? They don't school for finance, man. Okay. Agriculture ain't got anyone on finance. Man, poor man.
But well, I don't know. Well, I don't know, Squitty. I'm going to say this to you, I'm going to say it again. Long to PNP, I go vote for Andrew Holness.
I will tell you so. I will tell you that. Yes, let's start crossing through already.
Long to PNP, I go vote for Andrew because guess what? The PNP is so aggressive. Like, okay, behave, them afraid for TV tell them the truth.
Basic. I never said something. Me did a plan to debunk him because me ever come and talk, say, Andrew Holness is corrupt. Well, I know, he said, Andrew Holness is corrupt. How much money he take? Remember, say PJ corrupt more than Andrew because PJ ball buy one ball for $9 million US and nobody can see ball all now 98. Taxpayer money buy one ball for $9 million.
Somebody say Lawrence you're gone over PNP.
Yeah, man, gone over. Come over.
You gone over JLP?
Yeah.
Must.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
When
Squitty, I'm me I tell you something, you know.
What are the basic?
Yeah, make basic. Remember basic turn, you know, man. When I take up basic time.
Okay.
Hey, but as what we say now, what O'Keefe come on the program to do at night time, that him get paid for.
Yeah, man. Tell me about Lawrence Rowe, where you say you know about.
All right. Lawrence Rowe, come up, remember saying now. Lawrence Rowe, tell us that drop a bomb, you know.
Yeah.
The man come over party, man. Them introduce him already, you know.
You see me in that green shirt?
You know. Eh?
You see me in that green shirt?
Tomorrow, yep, they're going to green and black shirt.
Somebody say he went to a meeting in jail.
When I'm meeting now, yeah, man. He might come over for you, man. But what is going on?
Margie G saying got a meeting last night. Not JLP shirt.
Not JLP shirt, green and black shirt you wear.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let me say this to you, Squitty.
So them now go back Central Kingston then.
Central Kingston have never gone to them nowhere.
Yeah.
And them I try use money, you know. Use a strength to fund it, you know. All right, if you're going to central thing from a south right now.
Yeah.
I think about two picture of McGregor put up, you know.
Yeah, Dr. Sam say Governor General call out the IC.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tomorrow you'll hear about it. Tomorrow. When Parliament call, you'll hear about
yes.
it.
I want this, sir.
Yeah, man. Tomorrow you'll hear about that.
Corruption, brother.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I say something before basic go and go back to you for a minute. And Joan is a writer of PNP part like a Hurricane Gilbert writer of Jamaica 88. That I tell you.
All right, Chris.
But
the first thing I hear O'Keefe said since night, 28 bank book, not no wrong.
Mark Golding have 4 more bank book on that.
Hold on, Chris, man. Hold on, Chris. Soon come to you now.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hear you. O'Keefe said, 28 bank book, him not say nothing wrong with. All of a sudden, you know, what good for the goose? Also
good for the gander.
All of a sudden, it just switch, so you know.
Yeah.
So true, no Mark Golding lie to them. Same only probably have 2 and probably 3, but him not use 1. But I'm sure about 2 him have where I use right now. All of a sudden, I talk to 2. And the PNP now say, watch out now. Mark Golding 32 account. Not no wrong. Time can sure how come by it. But the 28, down to Mark Golding, that's the 28 bank book. Now all of a sudden, nothing wrong with it again. So nobody we don't have to talk about it again. So don't know when you talk about Mark Golding 32. So them say they're willing to drop the Andrew blind now with him 28. I want him have 100.
Hold on. Somebody said 3 PMP gone to the JLP in Hanover last night.
Last night, the farmer, the ex-farmer, I think I was. Yeah, man, I try them gone with Craig Oates, man.
Yes, I 3 of them crossover.
Then gone with Craig Oates, so I'm over. They got party.
All right, hold on this one, Beswick. Hold on this a little bit. Willow. 4 minutes, Willow.
Me not think me a take so long. Me just come for debunk the brother that did that talk. Me feel so when I give Anthony and this no enough credit for the reduction in a murder, you know. Cause everybody talk about Kevin Blake. Big up Kevin Blake, we respect that. But Anthony and this playing part too, brother. Anthony and this play this part.
Well, that's true. That's true.
And me here, okay, say February this year the reduction start at 3 year now.
At 3 year
now. It's a 3rd year. 2023, 9%. Last year, what, 19%? Yeah. And this year, you reach a 44, which hopefully you reach by 60 by year if you done that moment. But we need to give Anthony and this credit. The man started the groundwork, brother. Kevin Blake was integral in it because, as them say, I'm my IC man. So we give him credit. But Anthony and this play a major part. The government supply them with the resources and they implement the strategy. Because government not deal with strategy, government deal with policies, brother. So that's my piece still. Me not take 4 minutes. Me did just come for debunk O'Keefe. I didn't want to talk to boy and run gun. So big up yourself.
Come on, him think I AK shot him run.
And we start laughing at him.
Yeah, man. Me just say, remember Anthony and this now this thing. We not just.
You have to live up your hearts to Dr. Chang too.
You know, me say me give government the credit, brother. Me not discredit it. Then the government not deal with technical work. Them deal with policies, and the man them implement the policies. So we give government the credit definitely. But me I say, no forget Major Anthony and this is still that me I say. Because O'Keefe say a Kevin Blake as if hey, a Kevin Blake is alone and Andrew and Dr. Chang not playing a part. But Kevin Blake, Andrew Holness, well, the government and Kevin Blake are continuing like a relay. Him collect it back now. So that's my piece. Big up on yourself.
All right. You jump out?
Yeah, man, me a jump up, man. I can't put somebody else in there.
All right. Bless up.
Every time.
Yeah, man.
Yes, Kitty.
Yes,
me just come from a meeting, look well. We meet the brand new MP aspirant.
Which part?
Northeast Manchester, where I represent Ardisha, RG Marks.
Oh,
Yeah, man, I'm actually take a photo together.
Yeah.
So, from Ardley to Audrey, from Manayard to Umanayard, I say things set.
Yeah.
So, right now, if the PNP...
Hold on, boss. Yeah.
The PNP again lose our seat in the election at Bellevue, now miss enough of them. I hope enough of them stack up.
So Chris.
I hope enough of them stack up on Pampas. Because me hear one of my South Chilani say, he will give them sanitary napkin down there, but keep it for yourself.
On the menu.
Because come Browning, mute the mic.
Browning, mute the mic.
I want him to know this election is going to be a landslide victory.
Yeah.
Because you say, Andrew, the maximum seat Andrew will win that election at 55. We now pass that. 8 seat PNP I get. See like a how then do in the 90s with Edward Siaga, the table turn right now, and we are to them so. Because when me hear O'Keefe talk about corruption, nobody corrupt like PNP government. Man used to take a banana chunk, make check them, and go collect how much money in a parish council. O'Keefe no know them there. Man used to take taxi, just drive for a taxi when me know. Go parish council, go collect money for Fred Evelyn in the brown envelope. My Prime Minister cut out that, go work for you want. Why they not like Andrew? Andrew make the play field level. No care how the cake thick and you cut it. When they get you, even the crumbs they get. That's why I love my Prime Minister. You level up the field. And the PNP, them love that. So they used to talk about 128 bank account and they had they talk about Mark Golden 32. 4 more account more than Andrew fully loaded. You know what people suffer in the bank book there? What people analyze themselves and walk mad when we know have 2 fin sack. I say Mark Golden don't be the house at Jamaica now in a fin sack house, he live in a way rob people. And that is not good enough.
Hold on. Black Hawk, what you say I'm to Mark Golden at St. Elizabeth today? Text and tell what I'm going.
Ain't gonna make mistake and talk about Jessica. Jessica just come from incident of St. Elizabeth in St. Mary. Jessica just come from St. Mary. One of them newly installed MP for security or something like that. Here attendant. Here Mark attendant. Me all over the place. In Jinkrum Tillington idiot.
Come
yes, Mark Golden idiot.
Garden Town.
Yes, Mark Golden idiot.
You say something about Garden Town too. You must mother got Garden Town.
God knows him to say no.
Eh?
God knows him to say.
Yeah, and him say Garden Town.
I think him drink before him go preach, you know. I think him drink before him preach. You know, give him a vibes. You know, give him that. You know, someone have a smoke and
talk a lot, you know.
Much claims. Much claims. From night, I'm seeing at the box at text. Since that I have receipt, they cannot come in at the box. Like you have some receipt, then come in at the box now.
PNP become all right. PNP, Chris. PNP become a church. When them keep them climb start a church. Them start play some song and them play some this and them dance and it for hype up to bring the emotions that play upon the people them. You know, them create a dance in there, the church, the vibes there, and that them not coming no policy.
Somebody saying call Peter Phillips Prime Minister since.
The whole I know. Ian. Peter Phillips could never be Prime Minister of Jamaica because Peter Phillips is the humble minister for the PNP side we get every portfolio and feel it.
Yeah, but other Peter Phillips and Mark Golden, which one more popular?
Peter Phillips.
And what Andrew do Peter Phillips?
Wipe off in Clarkson and face. They can't talk to me now.
Other Peter Phillips and Portia, which one is more popular?
Portia.
And what Andrew do Portia?
Tell him go put him in a pampas. To be the state.
You do the homework.
All right. All right. We'll let this one out, Chris. Noella. Hold on, Chris. Mute the mic. Noella.
Squiddy, give me some Vegas my 4 minutes. May I do something, soon come back.
All right. Mr. Vegas, step up.
Mute.
You want me to take your time box, Noella?
No, Squiddy, may I do something, soon come back.
Oh. All right, Squiddy.
Heal up.
Yeah, bless up.
Happy Father's Day to all of the real fathers.
Yeah, man. Happy Father's Day. How much you have, Mr. Vegas?
7 of them, you know. Well proud.
Oh, yeah, man.
None of them are jacket.
Big up, Jenna.
No jacket.
None of them.
They say, all them cut to fit.
Mr. Carter, a man stand up, so I mean, got to feel like
leave it alone and leave him alone.
Big up.
Carter, I'm a virgin, man. We know Carter.
Yo, you know, so me here the boy.
Mr.
Caution, what do you know?
Well, Mr. Vegas, at 2% see you make you run.
Yeah, man, I mean, see, step number
Okay.
I'm afraid of me, man. I'm afraid of me like a puss. Yeah. I'm afraid of me and Migs.
Jamaica politics are all with me thing hard. Everywhere we see it, yeah.
Yeah, man, that's why I go, man.
Yeah, that me not say that.
That's why I go, man. That's why I go. The greater good. The greater good is for not make the mistake and put Mark Golding in the government. And that are the greatest because he will go on now. The man just I tell you a while ago say. But before me to go to say, me hear a boy what the look Gay Brian boyfriend. I say Andrew Holness a jacket. Me see Andrew Holness post a picture with him father today. The man and father dead stamp, brother.
Man, two man them knows big the same man.
Brother, the people them say the man them not say yo, come me never really pre him father. I miss the man put a picture up today. The man and him father have the same nose to blow. Me I say
Mr. Vegas.
Yeah,
none out of the two of them can is Shelly Rice, you know. Because how they know big blue definitely.
Yeah, man, knows big. Everybody so Prime Minister still, but when his father knows. Just
no, man, that's why I know it's a jacket.
No, man, big nose.
That man, big nose and big lip.
Listen. Remember, say big lip. People used to laugh off a big lip, and you see people go around and put all things on them lip, brother.
Yes, I get
it big, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So that's why
black people think that, man.
But anyway, what may I say? The man up on the platform, and the man I say, at 30 years him teach at Jamaica for.
Yeah, that means
a while ago. Yeah, the man say a while ago, you know. That's why I come to box, you know. Because I do want to hold him up here, you know. No, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Him say him teach 30 years at Jamaica. And him run left it because of Andrew Holness. How long now Andrew Holness in the government?
Not 30 years.
So what I'm gonna try to tell we now, say, you know, let's say when Andrew Holness come to the government, him run on. Come here and ask him when him run left Jamaica.
Say next 21 years, I never teaching him not do. Him not do collective.
So the 21 years what you do before Andrew Holness come to the government.
What you do with them years?
What you do with them years in your life? Where you set up the PNP, they don't treat you so good. You don't get good pay, you don't get good living condition, you don't get good homes, you don't get good care, all of them things there for 21 years. Right? Andrew Holness come now. They know that you think they should have set already when you have run left Jamaica when Andrew Holness come?
Mr. Vegas, as Andrew give him the weight trees money run. You want to tell them how the boy bad mind?
When Andrew Holness come to the government, your thing should have already set where you have to run left Jamaica, you know. If you have to run left Jamaica when Andrew Holness forward, because if you go say and it can't be the first year Andrew Holness come make your runway, because that would be premature. You'd have basically make a preemptive move. I say, boy, you think so it not go do that. So you can't get the first year after Andrew. So at least 8 years Andrew Holness then since you run. So where that do them first 22 years of your life, and that's the argument I want to put to all these people. When we see also old man, we see on the internet, we're not even having teeth in their mouth. If PNP was so good to them, why is it that uno mash up now and not nothing going on for uno life? It come like, you know them so, it come like some musician where they bust back in the days. I know me see them broke. Me see them all are dead and people have to choke money if you bury them and all them sitting there. And it baffles me because when in a time when them used to be prominent, run the place. The land and everything and things used to cheaper. So why them never buy up some more land? Because when me come in a music, when me come in a music and me start earn, the first thing me start look for is some land and they sitting there in the virgins. And me start look, oh, me can if music should have stopped going for me. Me never know so me go last so long in the music. I one hit song me did one, if you just take care of my mother, One hit song, How me find heads eye in the virgin, and me find heads eye, so me buy an apartment, All right, my name cross the floor, and I say, me, nah, sleep on nobody floor again, And then me start fix up my mother house in the virgin.
Yeah.
And then when the longer me go in the music, the more me realize I could have save and buy properties and all, and then sit in the virgin. So when a man say PNP was so good in the days when them under PNP, how comes them not buy up some land? How comes them not put some things in place?
Come up for the apartment enough time in Vegas.
Zine fam?
You know driver?
Ring a bell.
Same apartment where there.
Driver or rider?
Driver, man. I have a black BMW parked downstairs there.
Zine? So when a man did that with them life, Squitty?
Yeah.
When them did that with them life all of these years? Because you think supposed like there is no way me could have go tell a man say, boy, music wicked to me. Yeah, and this and that and watch artists I get $1 million show now and rare I go complain no brother because because when me busting a music, the money where me that make could I buy things.
Mr. Vegas, they think every day I go be the same. So they not save nothing.
No, but them couldn't blame that for Andrew Holness then. Why them so bitter against Andrew Holness if them claim say things is so good in a PNP? How comes they not make nothing of them life? Why you have to run left Jamaica when Andrew Holness come in a government if you did under PNP for so many years and do 30 years in a teaching? And that means what I ask him, You say, I say, but that's the problem, Jenko people. Let me tell you what the problem. A woman actually posted on her page, Andrew Holness did for turn workless virgin. Andrew Holness did for not have nothing in her life and them that have not noticed, them can't argue upon nothing we are going on in the country. Them can't argue upon it. Them can't tell us that nothing going on in the country. So here them have to do. Them have to find, them have to jump on it the way Mark Golding strategize to run the campaign. Just attack Andrew Holness and hope say that I go work, brethren. And the Jamaican people them fool enough to run with that brethren and go vote for Mark Golding. Well, we are going to see now. Just like how the people them when they run go vote for Trump. I know the whole of them are marching on the street about Trump must go. Then Trump never done tell us the people never want about Trump. People want about Donald Trump, I want to go vote for him and now a ball. The same thing I got me if they put Mark Golding in a garden house, virgin. In a garden town.
But that not Vegas.
Garden town.
That naga.
A garden town.
Garden town, yeah.
Yeah. Same thing I got me if they put up a garden town.
Yeah, man.
Well, on
is it?
For garden town.
Well,
yeah.
You have nothing clear about what GG say about the IC.
I want to think the GG say, man. One of the main point with the GG.
I never hear it. Their work.
Yeah, the problem. One of the problems I have with Andrew Holness administration. You see, people around Andrew Holness. We need to hear more voices. We have 49 JLP MP in our government, member of parliament, or whatever they are. See? We're in 49 seats. That means that we have 49 people who are supposed to have some strong voices. And sometimes some things happen, I not see some people, I not even know some of them on them. There is no organized effort to expose some of the things that are going on. You understand me? I say, because the Governor General point out something, and I think say, the brother named Lawrence, I think say them put him in the Integrity Commission unlawfully. I think say, but based on the unclear nature of the Integrity Commission Act, right? That's why it must be repealed, yeah, amended. The man who them put him in as an acting director of corruption prosecution. But the Governor General say, yo, how the man you get the position there? And I just must say last week, him take an oath with, you know, for serve. So how did they put this man here as a director? Because when them do, I think they exploited the act. Because remember say Mark Golden write the act, you know. Yeah. Or him claims him orchestrated it, you know. Right? I am the architect behind it. So what happened is this man here, when them put in at the Integrity Commission now, they put him as an acting director. And at the Integrity Act now, they have not acting director. Or they must select the acting director. So somebody over there now, go to the chairman at the time, you know, Greg Christie. It seems like a Greg Christie put him in. Yeah? It seems like a Greg Christie put him in. And him there they operate now in the capacity of the director. Him not act as an acting director necessarily, no, because there is no director there. So him basically is the director. So them are going to try and argue now, say he was just acting. But if it was just the acting director, our film tenure as an acting director ended so quickly. You understand me? I say? And if he was just an acting director, why was the position still not advertised that they want to find a director? Yeah? Or did they already made up their minds that, okay, I am going to be the director, we just going to use him, use the lack of information in the Integrity Act to bring him in. So when him now to go, you know, it was like when the Governor General basically asked, why was it so secretly done? And that him ask. Him ask why the procurement nature of it was so secretly done, such an important position where you're in charge of investigating members of the government and government entities. Why was this position so secretly, you know?
So
why was this just?
What am I telling them to do now with them?
Well, when him send recommendation for them review it, but it seems as if either to get to Parliament later and them never get to review it. So I don't know if them are going to call back the same people them for review it, see, because it's really, really important for them to review it. So it must show some way how it can basically the Integrity Commission can be compromised based on some of the provisions, you know, are written in the Integrity Act. So I must show say, yo, them thing here. And for the Governor General come forward, they want to point out them things there. You know, say it's something where very, very important and I think
why it took him so long to come out to say them thing? Where me there? Me there on a trip, he never there.
No, but remember say, you know, politics in a general. Remember say politics, you know, because remember say the PNP them now are going to label him as JLP now, you know. You soon see them run out attack to him a labor right, you know. So you understand, so certain sensitive subject and certain sensitive argument, because the Governor General is a neutral body. Or more than neutral, he's supposed to hold a neutral position. Because remember, say him represent the Queen in the country, you know.
Yeah, represent the King.
So he have to meet with film people them, right? He have to meet with the film people them were linked to the British state. And them have to basically go over the recommendations. Him can't just take up on the head and say, yo, boom, 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 bam, bam, bam. Ray. So now that it has gotten to the point where they are actually reviewing the Integrity Commission Act, well, he's sending his recommendations. But these recommendations that he sent over, those were things that we have been talking about for the longest time. We have been speaking about them for the longest time. So him just basically right now, I show up the Integrity Commission and say, yo, you know, there's a lot of question because look what him said. He must say, look like Glena says, in?
Yeah.
Somebody microphone open.
Mute your mic, Mark Nation. Yeah.
Look what I say. The Gleaner says, the Gleaner says, in a rare move, Governor General Sir Patrick Allen has submitted formal recommendations to a joint selected committee reviewing the Integrity Commission Act, proposing, look, listen to the man proposing now, legislative changes aimed at enhancing the efficiency, right? Transparency. That means that the man I say, yo, I work on a Dalios thing, I work on a secret thing I go around so. No man, the people, we need some more transparency.
Yeah.
Zin? And independence. So him also have a problem with like the Auditor General was actually a commissioner over there. Because you can't be a commissioner at the Integrity Commission when you're supposed to audit all government bodies. You are sitting on a government body where you can't audit the body. You see? That's why Peter Phillips did have a problem with it. I know Mark Golding come and say, him not have no problem with it. But when Peter Phillips is saying have a problem with it, Mark Golding never said nothing. You see, the same Gleaner, now we have said them have a problem with it. They also had a problem with it when the Auditor General was sitting as a commissioner. So all of them must expose themselves. So when the Governor General basically say, yo, efficiency, that means, yo, when you don't have how much cases in front of one only a review or a certify a handful of cases, that cannot happen when so much money is spent on the body. Over 2 billion or about 2 billion taxpayers' money, plus other funding we want get from outsiders.
2 billion.
And what over there do? That the Governor General really say, no. We're transparency there. We're not really efficient. Because it's like say, everybody up here say, yo, what's happening? What's going on here? What we not do? Zin, so Governor General say, yo, we don't need the Integrity Commission supposed to have its own independence and everything that too. Means say you can't be tied up with no PNP party. You see? But what they need to go further and take a step further is they need to remove the part where they have certain privilege where you can sue the Integrity Commission. And that they need to remove.
Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody. Blessings. Mr. Vega.
Hold on, just put the mic like a Trav.
Make him go through, because I'm going to jump off. I'm going to hear Travis say.
Always a strong.
Vegas, you have to one before you jump off. In the Integrity Commission, what they must say, if the Integrity Commissioner want documents on the bank, they're supposed to go to a court to get it. But what they must say in the Integrity Commission, they never do that. So they want to know if they're them bound, something like that.
No, we already done saying, said Kevin Stevenson was on a witch hunt and was going wrong. We'd already done said that, everything now we've been saying I come to light, You see what I say? Mass claims, make the box them there, if you want a box, just ask your box and come make your argument, man. But Stina, they chat like a little girl and show tantrum.
All right, hold on, Mr. Vegas. Somebody pray him. We want, because listen, Mr. Vegas, the reason why I'm really a giant, because at the level of conversation, and me always try to join conversation too, because we have meaningful and sensible conversations, and you said
likewise, Mijay.
You said a few things that I'd like to simplify or put the numbers so people can understand. You mentioned that the Governor General questioned their efficiency. Let me see the numbers why that had to happen. The Integrity Commission law requires thousands of public servants, approximately 30,000 public servants to submit
statutory
declarations. Now, for 8 years, they have been in existence. And I want somebody to go on the calculator and tell me 30,000 times 8 are how much? 30.
3 years are 24. 3 years are 24.
240.
Okay.
240 a million.
Hold on, 240,000.
240,000.
240,000 statutory declaration. The Integrity Commission has only looked under 2,500 of them.
Yeah, man. Good numbers, my brother.
Just under 2,500 statutory declarations they have looked at. The Integrity Commission gets $2 billion of our money. There's no efficiency. Efficiency cannot even go in the same sentence as the
sentence. True.
There's no efficiency.
But watch again to not Travis. Sorry for cut you. Sorry, don't move it.
No man, no reason. Come true.
No, don't move that.
Coming at the
Don't
back.
move it. But watch you know. Him not come no man, I hear that man. But watch you know, my G. You see, the Auditor General, right? Because remember, say the Auditor General are the one where bring up the whole thing about the tax office no move yet, and them supposed to move to a different location, and them. Remember, say the Auditor General fear job this, you know. The Auditor General, them should have been audited a long time ago, and the Auditor General should have put out a report. And this was supposed to be the case. The Auditor General should have notified the public that, yo, the $2 billion when they get from you, the taxpayers, they only reviewed this handful, 2,000 statutory declaration, and there are how many others that are there that have not been reviewed. However, right, they are running around doing other things when them should put more into reviewing statutory declarations, just like how she point out, say, this not done in a quick enough a time, that not done in railway, and she recommend what to do. So these are, they would have been put under pressure a long time, say, yeah, we don't need to step up in the game. Watch out now. Them have one of these backlog in a Travi and panelists. But however, when Kevin Stevenson got a phone call or got a link, or somebody link him and say, yo, Andrew Holness build a place and breach the Town Building Act. What happened? The next day, he was down at the KCMC in less than a 24-hour period. The man was down at the Kingston KCMC, and following that, reached at the site when claims of the breach there, and did an investigation and sent it to Parliament for something where him just get. However, there are, as Travis just pointed out to, we say over 200,000 documents, statutory declaration when they get reviewed.
Submitted to them in 8 years. They have only looked at under 2,500.
That's how wide the corruption is in a traffic. That's how much, like you don't need glasses to see. So them deliberately attack Andrew Holness, because how could you have such a large backlog? That's why come like Travi. You do something and police lock you up. See? Not Travi, but come here and put that in. Say somebody do something and police lock them up. And boom, for them case call up and everything, and there are thousands of cases similar to your case. When I get called up yet. And you say, yo, all them man case call up already.
Exactly.
Go ahead, my boss.
But it's a mirage of things. So there's no efficiency, and I just pointed out one key component of efficiency. I mean, it's a $2 billion entity. There's no transparency, none whatsoever, no transparency. Because watch this now. The way they ushered Prince Kamika out, questionable in every sense of the word. Craig Beresford, who was robbed, police report, he never went to talk to the police so that an investigation can ensue. Not only that, why is the Integrity Commission running $700,000+ in cash monthly now move these monies? What's going on here? Because we know why I don't use cash and move cash in hand, live cash, so that there's no paper trail, there's no record. Why is the Integrity Commission doing this? The integrity body is operating in the way money launderers that they're supposed to look out for operate. Explain to me how this works. Because this doesn't make no sense, you know. The watchdog, the entity that is supposed to make sure government officials and civil servants does not do these things are the ones doing it. How this makes sense?
Good night.
Good night. It makes absolutely no sense. See? And this, what's his name? Lawrence. This Lawrence guy. O'Neill Lawrence or whatever his name.
Yeah.
The way he's been ushered in is crazy. The integrity law needs to be reviewed, because guess what? Them set it up so only past judges sits as commissioner head of it. That does not make sense, and here's why that don't make sense. Just like we see play out before our eyes in the oversight committee, wherein the head of the integrity commission, when the law was read to him, he said, my interpretation, and that's the problem there, no? Everybody will use the law to how them believe it. Everybody will take their own personal way of using it. He said it to us all. I may be wrong when he knows saying wrong. He knows he's wrong, but I may be wrong, but this is how I interpret it. That is the problem with the Integrity Commission, because it should not be ambiguous and it should not be subjected to the person who is in charge. If it is only to your understanding, that means Vegas, me, I got to do it how me understand. And when me move and you take the seat, you are going to do it how you understand. So at all times, the law will be left to the understanding of the individual.
I hear the problem with that now, gentle people. When you go use the law based on him now, Pantan was supposed to be a senior judge, a former senior judge, right? When you are going to use the law or you think it should be used, then you go out there now and you put something out or you put out information upon a politician or you know, anybody. And what happened? The damage is already done. That's the problem you're saying. No?
But
you claim, yeah.
Vegas, when we are sitting there and the parliament has said, if the IC go to a bank, ask you a bank statement, the bank must give it to them, you know. The bank can't tell them no.
All right, hold on. Let me explain that. You asked that question already. I need to explain this to you. There's a thing called the corporate veil. The corporate veil is a privacy that is given unto companies, or let's say you put all of your, Vegas put all in trust and everything into a holding company, which means Vegas don't own it, the company owns it. Whenever you search or look them up, you only go to the company name, you will not see the person behind it in it, right? So what the IC did was pierce the corporate veil when they jump into these business and let out the information and then tie it to the Prime Minister.
Correct, Cham, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Here's the corporate veil. Look it up, people. The corporate veil is a protection mechanism that people use. Mark Golding has it, his own name, Tajidi. We only know it because he said it. But if you go search it, you're not going to see him name tied to it. Yes, you can find the company's existence and where they operate from and all of that. But it does not show in the public record.
You may not even find, you know, you're not going to find, one reason why you're not going to find him name to, because what Mark Golding do, you know, Mark Golding know the craft, you know. So what him do is, him transfer the business to him children. You see me here, PNP, them, when they make argument, they ask about where Andrew Holness Pitney get money for buy land and them something there. Because the black man Pitney no fair have nothing and the black man no fair have nothing. But when Mark Golding transferred the director's role to him children them, and him now is a beneficiary.
All right, hold on there, Vegas. In a transfer to Pitney them, he put it into Tajibi. Tajibi is an acronym for the compilation of him kids them.
Yeah, but yeah, man.
Hold on. What is when you put in a Tajibi? Tajibi is a holding company that holds the assets, but he will put individual names as directors and
yeah.
Right.
So what means because you know, you not gonna be able to locate it so easily when I say travel department, because he's not a director in the company.
Yeah.
So he literally is a beneficiary in the company. You understand what I say? So him say maybe when him children get older, he might go change him status. You know, where them have more ownership, whatever. Zane. But for now, him put himself as a beneficiary. So that means even though them a director, you know, them can't kick him out of the company, you know. Them can't remove him. But if you go after him now, he might just a beneficiary.
For easier terms, Mr. Vegas, the kids they don't have a controlling interest.
Right.
Basic, you know, like you'd be a director in a company, or you have shares in a company, but you don't have preferential shares or a controlling interest. That's what it is.
Right.
Yes, they're on there, but they do not have control.
Watch hypocrisy. Watch hypocrisy now. Remember the virgin when they must say own have shares in the company for the when the drill thing.
Right.
When name Donovan something, the one who has
Williams.
Remember Williams saying no. His the shares them he was holding the shares for somebody, no?
Client.
In client.
There's a term for that. I'm trying to remember the term for that. There's a term for that.
But what them saying, no, Chavi? Me I think about it. Remember them saying no. Him own the shares. The same thing now when you look at Mark Golden, him picking them a whole they sitting them for him, you know. Him just a beneficiary, basically. But I'm picking them a whole it for him. But you can't tell him, say, a him shares. So that's why I'm not declare it on him statutory declaration.
But Chavi and Vegas, you know, say all this thing about the IC, you know, long Mr. Warmington I try to tell them about it.
Facts. But we are preaching, man, listen, before you want me to talk about this Jamaica, what's your name? Jamaica 411, Michelle. Michelle at the new university.
Yeah.
If I'm Michelle and Chavi, then we are listening to, you know, and Lashika, them, you know, we don't listen to nobody, you know, and some other scholars. Because you are going to JLP people, you know, and some bright people, you know. Like, we could have said we know them and Chavi them in a government easily. The way them do them research and put forward the information. You know, learn from PNP version. PNP, them are propagandists.
All right, quickly, Mr. Vegas.
One second.
Well, let me just close after part. Let me just close after. Donovan Williams is a trustee. He does not own the assets. He's been entrusted with control of them by the actual owner. He's a trustee. There's also a thing called power of attorney, where he can make decision on behalf of the actual owner.
That's what he said, Chavis.
Yeah. But notice how Mark Golden smart, because Mark Golden smarter than Daz, you know. Them set up Dr. Daz forget no trouble, you know. Them send him out as a scapegoat, you know. We make up the night so them can't have something for running. But here Mark Golden smart now. When Mark Golden talk about the shares thing and Donovan Williams, he call Donovan Williams name, you know. He say, yeah, and one of them have 80% shares in the thing.
He's smart,
Yo, listen to me. You think Mark Golden a fool?
Yo,
what's a bro? You think Mark Golden a fool? Your Daz run out. Your Daz run out. Yes, Donovan Williams is about 40%. He about 40% shares in the company and say, all right, lawsuit. Go listen to it. Go listen to it. I'm going to take a line here. Tell you Mark Golden. Yes, right. Yes, Rasta. Rasta is telling you. Yes, I. And one of them have 80%.
Give me a second. You're going to learn after this. JLP. Yeah, learn after this. Baker Wagwan. Hey, listen to me now, man. You're telling Wagwan, man. They run upon some very intelligent brother and some intelligent and bright people for the Jamaica Labour Party. But they can't go around this time. So they surprise.
Brother, surprise. I'm going to cut you back. Let me tell you something.
Hold on there.
You have some
you don't want to stray too far from the integrity.
Let me just say this. I'm going to jump off. I'm going to have early morning driving to do. Let me tell you something, gentle people. And this is not no capping, brethren. And it's when people were there when we had chat when we go against. Remember, say me had done this one in a JLP company, you know. The people who put forward information, you know.
Me I done this one. Me fully done.
Right? All right, Steve. Me and I see him both. I watch it now. Remember, say me well O'Keefe, you know, that 2% thing getting them.
Yeah.
So alright, so do the maths. If me where they done this one in the group, make O'Keefe get 2%. You can imagine if him run up now winner, if me run up now Travi them, Lashika them, Money them. Listen me, brethren. The thing where I beat them, brethren, and I beat the gleaner because I must say we're in a digital era where everybody have a smartphone. So the Gleaner and all of these people were designed to take down Andrew Holness. You have the Travis them, the Winners them, the Chuck them, so many people to name, the sister them, Goody them, all of them, the Chin them, all of them. What's your name? My girl name from where live in Germany, man. Munchie. Yeah, Munchie, a gorilla, man. What my girl name? Kizzy. Yeah.
Vegas.
Yeah, fam.
Man in major market company alive. And I beat the Prime Minister. That's when Kizzy done wall him in surrender.
Yeah, man, Kizzy will tear him up, man. Kizzy will tear him up.
Hey, man,
so you go now. Then you go have now, you're wicked now. You're the wickedest part right now. You got have Jamaica 411 with anti-risers and Nats them with anti-risers and Karen Cross them with anti-risers. Yes. So all of that wall that is there before them can get to Andrew Holness, you know, that wall is there. Zin, where them have to tear down first, so them can't really get a little way in now and then, you know, because you know, so sometimes them get a little 28 bank account to run with and they get illicit enrichment and them run with it, but it's the pushback is so.
In reality, that argument does not move.
Yes, Quitty.
Any sensible individual, any neutral, sensible individual out there who's honest with themselves, those arguments does not move for them.
But Travis, in truth though, if it were not for the people them, like me learn so much from Uno, right? And see them call Squitty Labour, right? Because Squitty, I said to them, say, Squitty, I one of the platform will say, where the evidence there? And I'm afraid when Squitty asks where the evidence, if they come and present evidence and everything, you know, remember say Squitty couldn't go against that because Squitty neutral. So when Squitty, them find other platforms where now asking no proof, right? So what happens now, what happens now, Andrew Holness has managed to lived out the storm, the hurricane, tornadoes, them when them threw at him, and still a leading at the polls them, still popular among the people them because the wall of Travis them and Winners them and all them people were set to defeat the Cautions them and the Hugh Richards them and the Lydia Ingram them and all of them will come and put the propaganda and now them at a point now where them are offer the fish in the $1 billion, them actually know the desperation has reached so far where them now reach to them are gonna give them call out him name, they make sure him know say yo, you a part of the $1 billion, the fish a part of the $1 billion. Where the fish depend on platform and pose up him a man a lick out tongue and all kind of sitting. This at that level them reach now and why don't you think that happened? Because the people them when they put in place did to run with the narrative for the Mark Golding get rid of Andrew Holness or for the PNP get rid of Andrew Holness. People are them and them people at the wall where them can't go around. See? So big up on yourself.
Blessing.
All right, Mr. Vegas.
They need a radio station. They need a radio station for themselves. For themselves. The keep on saying it, you know. They need a radio station for themselves. Them two brilliant man.
Because we don't want to focus too much talking about them, you know. We don't really want to focus too much.
More you get back to it, I see it still in the chat.
Yeah, I'm a touch that. There's something that I must add to it.
Yeah, come on.
Now, the Auditor General and the Director of Public Prosecution Office are one of the one of only two governmental officer auditing agencies are they are not creatures of parliament like unto the Integrity Commission. They are actually enshrined into the Constitution, and the highest letter of the law in our country is the Constitution. They are in the Constitution, and the Constitution tells us that the Auditor General must not have any other body over them. They answer to the Constitution, the letter of the law. They not answer to anybody else. So watch, this is what they did now in order to be running this shenanigan. Put her as a commissioner and put Pantana Beswick as the head commissioner over her. And that is a breach on the Constitution, because the Constitution clearly states that she must not have anybody over her. Guys, don't take my word for it. Go look it up. It is in the Constitution. Her position on the Integrity Commission is unconstitutional. And you have the PMP run out every day and talk about they don't respect the Constitution when they are the biggest transgressors of this Constitution.
True. Chavi.
They are the biggest transgressor of the Constitution. So watch this now. Now that the truth is coming out and the committee has to listen, the general has to be moved. They did a vote and it is the PMP acquires. Oh, they might mash up the IC. And I want you guys to take note that this is a serious issue that the Governor General actually have to speak on the condition of the Integrity Commission. The Integrity Commission lacks transparency and efficiency. These are two key areas that their mandates require them to have: transparency and efficiency.
Every entity and of them must be PMP. When I was man, Chavi, when me I say Chavi, when me I listen to the Parliament Oversight Committee, yeah, President asked them the woman one more time. So when you say when the IC want a bank statement, you have to go to the court, and the woman say yes, you have to go to the court to get it from the court, give them this and that. So he asked him around 2 times. So the woman I said, if you agree, you overstep them boundaries. You know what I'm saying?
Inspiration.
Mute the mic, man.
There's feedback coming from your inspiration.
Okay. See, Chavi, so when me a President Jack asked that, me I say, wait, something look right. Something look right because when the woman I said, no, if them do that, go to the bank and ask your bank statement without the court, they move and take them bound. When they more investigate and come back to Parliament with that. So me I say, oh, something all right. Let me find something right.
All right. So like I state, let me say this. The judiciary is an arm of government. See? High power. So you have some like a station warrant and you have bench warrant, meaning it's a court ordered warrant. You see that?
Yeah.
You can't play with that.
Yeah.
You can't play that. A prison time for transgress that. When you have just one little station officer, somebody put out a warrant for you, that ain't nothing but you see a bench warrant where come from the crown or the judiciary or whatever they call it.
Yeah, that's serious.
That is serious. That is different. And that is the thing now, wherein the IC walk in and say, yo, me want that personal information. The bank will tell you, no, you can't get it because customer confidentiality supersedes your authority and you can't get this. But when he gets a court order,
that's different.
No, the entity has to comply because they're now dealing with an arm of government of the land. So they have to comply with it. Yeah? And that is the thing. They have been going around. Remember, I know the man said it into the oversight committee. Pantan said that they do not answer to Parliament. That is a lie from the pit of hell. You know why? The Integrity Commission is a creature of Parliament. A Parliament created. Since when? The creation greater than the creator. Since when? Since when? Like, I see people sit down and listen to this and watch TV and watch the so-called social commentators and the political commentators skip over the issue as if it is nothing.
Let me explain what I want in other what Charles I try to put forward. Just read between the lines. What Charles did, Charles highlighted that they breached, right? They contravened on the Prime Minister's constitutional right.
Yes.
That is what it was. Yes. So that's how him put forward, but he couldn't say this up. Because that was not the time and place for it. So watch out, look how them, remember I said we've been saying this for months in a traffic. Right? 2 things, Kevin Stevenson, right? When them out there have demonstrated about Chung, a foolishness compared to what Kevin Stevenson had done to the most powerful person in the country, Andrew Holness, right? Now, look what him did. According to him, he wanted a scheduled expense, right, from Andrew Holness. If you wanted a scheduled expense from Andrew Holness, what he should have done, if Andrew Holness, according to them were run on it like England and here and them say, oh, nobody provide that, blah, blah, blah. It's nonsense, right? He should have gone to the court. And that him should have done, you know.
All right, hold up, Mr. Vegas. Hold up, Mr. Vegas. Hold on. Steve, hold on. We must add something here. Hold on. We must find out something. Because Vegas make a valid point. That which he requests and cannot get, if he really wanted him to use a court order. But here what happened now? Kevin Stevenson isn't the one that's going to take it to the court. You know who's going to take it to the court to request this? Come on.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes.
No, sir. Mr. Vegas, back to you. In the Integrity Commission, who goes to court on the Integrity Commission's behalf?
Who? The chairman.
I think our chairman, you know.
No.
Chairman.
Keisha Prince Kamika.
Yes.
Director of corruption.
Yes, yes.
That's why it couldn't come.
You're right.
That's why it couldn't come. And hold on. And she has shown us. She has shown us. She does not take cases to court that she know no win in a hit. She showed us.
Watch again, Chubby, you know, so you just sit in here on the head, watch her now. Remember, so them go to the foolishness to the bank account, them, you know.
And she said she doesn't see nothing.
And she said, yo, you can't prove that somebody never inadvertently done something. So watch her now. Them nobody go back to her. Remember saying, no, according to the Integrity Act, you know, if you suspect somebody have been involved in illicit enrichment, you know, you're supposed to send it back to the director of corruption, you know, prosecution.
Mr. Vegas.
Then they do that, you know, them couldn't cut her out and go straight to parliament. Yeah. So what your Travis just make, what you point to Travis just make, the Travis add to the argument. Look how them reach the Prime Minister and right now. That's why the review was important. Them, if they would really want that from the Prime Minister, right, they would have gone to her. But through them know, so she now go take the foolishness and go make herself look stupid in a court. Then nobody go to her. Then they take no chance. Then nobody take no chance with she. Because Kevin Stevenson knows that when he asks Andrew Holness for foolishness, so then nobody go that route there, no. What them do? They make sure so them publish it. So once them publish it, them know that they muddy the water. And that them go to Andrew Holness, so them muddy the water for Andrew Holness. Watch again, don't cut it, hold on, don't move it. Watch again now. The FID, when they matter about, say, they will do an FID to investigate, whatever. That a nonsense, you know. Remember this again, membership people. Remember saying, you know, them have the MOU can go to anybody they want to go to, you know. See? Yeah. So they could have gone to the FID. They could have gone to the FID before they even go to the foreign forensic, you know. But when they get foreign forensic and claim said, no, them want Parliament to tell them to go to the FID. Why you want Travis to tell me to do when me have the power can leave myself? I could have tried, general try to say, but because you can't be political, you can't say it out loud.
No. But
Mr. Vegas.
Not Xavier and Vegas. You know, say Kevin Stevenson got jail door.
That is for the court to decide. But here's what I'll say. The people of Jamaica must now see that the Integrity Commission is flawed. You know why?
Corrupt.
The chairperson of the Integrity is a retired justice, a former president of the Jamaica Appellate Court. This man has sat on the highest bench. Not only sat, but have led the highest bench in the land. You see, all these little things that is going on with the people and the field workers, he sits as a supervisor. He knows the do's and the don't, what will work and what won't work.
He knows everything,
and they
Travis.
sat and watched all these shenanigans being played out and did nothing about it.
But Travis, me not cut you.
Hold on. I say this. I said this some time ago and I'm going to repeat it again. You see, this new chairperson of the Integrity Commission is worse than her predecessor.
Travis, I next thing again when we get the National Parliament. The renewal of the lady contract. She entitled. They say on the way, they must have a reason why they renew her contract. So when Barton come back to Parliament, they say they want to know why the contract never renew. So what happened there, sir? You understand me I come from? Because she entitled to be renewed for 3 years. You understand me I come from?
But they are renewing Kevin, who is object failure.
Yeah, but the lady now, what they must say in the parliament, why they ask the question, the lady contract, why not renew? What the reason? Them don't know what the reason they want to renew. You understand? The pace that say they don't know what neither. Nobody don't know what want to renew.
And that also brings a big fat broad highlight to the Governor General's assertion. There's no transparency.
But may I tell you something again now, gentle people, and I say this and jump off.
And people need
watch this, I say this and jump off. The Integrity Commission has some serious question to answer. You know, when everything will come to full light, when the case start. No, during it, when everything start come forward, because the Governor General, basically his voice carry weight. You see the lady, you see the investigator where the case we walk up for the job when him say she leave or she resigned, she has a lot to say, gentle people. I mean, think at some point she and Kamika are gonna come forward and this blow up. So but Eva Gwan, Mark, that's why Mark Golden them act so desperate now, you know, because Eva Gwan, Mark Golden them know say after this election, yeah, it's gonna be hell and fire. Believe me, it's gonna be a fiery furnace for them because a whole heap of thing behind us. Remember saying remember not Jamaica people. Remember saying them try for Andrew Holness from 2023, when the writers it reports that Andrew Holness on the investigation, you know, are gonna be charged or some shit like that, you know. And let me tell them do a Christopher resign, you know. Remember that, you know. Remember the PSO and Christopher resign. Them try for Andrew Holness already, you know. Them claims
so what happened was Christie reposted a tweet said that he will be charged when he knew full well that he is holding the report that exonerates the Prime Minister, which clears his name. He's holding the report while reposting these things.
Yeah, when them send the report about charges to Parliament, right? And what the next report.
And Chavis,
yeah, you know, so when them after it blow up and everybody start go wild, when the whole thing start out and now, right? Almost a month after, them say, oh, boom, see the report here, and the people say, no man, you need to step down. So the hurricane will go come after this whole thing, the selection are done. Andrew Holness smart. Andrew Holness a milk every last drop out of this. Don't be fire in my character and then my call it. Because I want them unravel.
Vegas, the next thing they ask to them say a letter from the IC remove from the report about Parliament and it's supposed to move.
Yeah, them
that the forensic
right.
report and some other things.
Yeah, them say that's supposed to come to Parliament with the report. So all that will come back when
when I understand the magnitude of what the weight when this carry when the Governor General have to really come tell them say they're efficient, you know. We don't understand what I'm going to say now. When the Governor General speaks, remember say this unprecedented in the travel. This not happening, you know. This never happened yet, you know. The Governor General don't interfere with them something, you know. So for the Governor
he's not
General,
he's not into the day-to-day running after. He has a ceremonial position, means he's the highest office.
Let me ask you something, Chavis.
Hold on the end, Earl. Hold on. One thing, let me just add to Vegas' point. Mr. Vegas, remember, I know, it is in the Integrity Commission Act that he appoints and swears in these people. When they take the oath of office, they swear to his position. That's why they make recommendation to him to appoint these people, and if you know.
That's why the man, you know, so the man say, yo, how comes the man there get that job there, and not just last week him take the vote. Oh what? The man really say, you know.
His comments on the Integrity Commission are very serious and far-reaching. I look forward to see how civil society and the media treats it. Because I'll tell you this. They can bury a story as well as they can make a story out of nothing at all.
True.
Them already trying to bury it. Them already trying to bury it. They're already trying to do that.
But guess what? The Governor General.
I hope them bring back the people them in Parliament this week though. Continue review.
About Thursday now.
Yeah. Listen. I was listening to one of the news reports, and it tell you in a very rare move, the Governor General comments on current affairs, public matters. It is an unprecedented move, and I'm glad he decided to speak because guess what? The Integrity Commissioner out here acting rogue, and they told the Parliament that bring them into existence, so them no answer to nobody, only the court them answer to. And I tell you, Bridget, that is the biggest lie. The biggest lie. If you don't answer Parliament or anyone but the court, how is it that you can be summoned for a review? How can, and watch this. Who reviews it? Oversight committee. What does oversight mean?
Remember, say Pantan, you know. Pantan is very anti-Andrew Holness, it seems, you know, because when I say the man all them church are preaching against
what do you mean it's
Andrew Holness, you know.
What do you...
Well, for the sake of you know, being libelous. But
clear as day.
Notice the man on the church are preach, you know, when crime rate go down, the man a preach, I said, no, what about crime rate go down? I mean, I said, how can you man this? The man didn't realize it.
Vegas, you can't something wrong, you know, because when I watch it live, you know, Kevin sitting in the back seat, you know, when the woman start talking, he look for the body when I see it, you know. It's like he find something wrong and he find him find out, because when brother start asking questions 2 times, it come like, him turn idiot, you know, I mean, I say, oh, this man look so, one. You understand me, I come from?
Well, I will go to something for Walla and I will go on my bed. The Integrity Commission.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. The Integrity Commission. No, go ahead, Travis. You can make a jump off. You might want to say something before I jump off.
Listen, I want you to pay attention to what these guys did. More specifically, Mr. Seymour Pan and also Greg Christie.
They run.
Pusher come to shove. Then grab them bag. Throw them on back.
Run.
They don't know what Chavi. They know what coming out Chavi.
Run.
I try to save them name. I try to save them name.
No, seriously, guys, want to pay attention what was going on. And a suitcase, you know, is a bag the man grab and throw across in back.
Run.
No, hold on. Hear this. Weeks before his contract came to an end, the new chairperson, Mrs. Beswick, said she wants Christie to stay. Before she made that comment, I tell everybody, say, see this lady here? See my spirit. Trust my spirit.
Well, you put on my Twitter page, says Chapantan 2.0, you know.
Watch this no. She asked Greg Christie to stay, the most controversial figure in the Integrity Commission. One where the PSOJ and the public pressure to resign. You come in now, we're supposed to come with a new mandate and ask the gunman of the Integrity Commission to stay.
But Chavi, listen to this, Chavi.
And hold on, watch his reaction now. No, ma'am. He gone bad. Maybe too much. Bag over back. Oh.
He run.
Because what is not Chavi, them know something Chavi. Them know say, you know. Them breach the Prime Minister's rights, you know. Them know, you know. You think they don't know? I watch it now. Let me tell you something what I want.
The judicial
Let me tell you something what deep I want. The Integrity Commission are going with some things, boy, in a Jamaica bridge. If you ever know, some things can't talk travel. But let me tell you something. You see, anybody who has something to do business in this country, they are a target. When you just hear me saying, really
Mr. Vegas, pause right there, sir. I want to draw your attention to something because me tell you something. I want dangerous listener, you know. And when I listen, things play out in front of my eyes. I see it clear as crystal. Let me just tell you that now. And that's some defeat PNP anytime them debate. Listen to them. But watch this. Just the other day, Cliff Hughes had a sit down with good friend, DPP Paula Lowling, the lovely lady. And when he asked about the Attorney General sitting on the Integrity Commission, I want you to pay attention to the words that came out of her mouth. It is important that you understand what she said and why she said it. You know, Paula said, well, I'm going to retire now so I can talk. Who realized that the first thing she said before she talked the truth? She said she's going to retire. Listen, you know what I say in other words? Because most people only hear me, I'm going to retire, so I'm going to talk. Let me tell you what she said in those small words.
She not nobody, she not nothing to lose.
Public office again, so they can't target me and beat me up because I'm going to retire now. So I'm going to chat the things then. That's what she's saying. That is what that comment means. She put it in front of her answer. You know what, me I retire then.
Let me tell you something to people. People who are out here standing up for Andrew Holness, they are targets. When you just know that. When you just know that this a fight here is not just an Andrew Holness fight. It's a fight for survival.
And it goes to show.
It's a fight for democracy.
And Mr. Vegas, you're
it's a
so
fight
right.
for democracy and a fight for our rights. We're doing right now. Some things that we can't say, brethren. We just have to just watch it play out. Yeah, because something can cause firestorm.
I'll say this: there's many more who would want to speak the truth, like Miss Lowry, but for fear of victimization.
Yeah, me know that. Vegas and Chavi, listen to this. You know, remember a girl was good on in a pharmacy down in Mandeville. When
yeah. That was designed.
Something
they can't say that a design, brother.
Vegas. Why,
brother, you don't need glasses. You don't need bro. You don't need glasses. This is a provocation, brother. Okay. Brother, that's straight provocation. Yeah, we are PNP at a good place. I trouble you're going to go look.
No, but
come on, brother. No one know PNP at Namigal Day going to place. Brother, me support Labour right. I mean, now we're no Labour right going on a place like that.
But listen this to Vegas. Listen this Vegas. A lady call, sit next to
John.
Hold on. Mr. Vegas, I took a call just now, and there's a point that you're making that I really didn't want to miss. We were on the point of people who want to speak, and the fact that it's not just a fight with Andrew Holness, but people are scared to talk because of victimization and being targeted. That is no, listen, that's not no light. That is no light subject.
Brother, I have a mouthful cancer, but I just hold it. I tell you.
Vegas, you know what I think? You know what I think when we want Travis and Vegas, you see forensic people when they a foreign fi come hard it Andrew. Me want all that fi come out.
Yo, come on, brother.
You want because you're going on. Remember saying no Travis, you know say normally the procurement and process for this the Philip on the government website, you know. There's no information about the procurement process we're going with this, you know.
Mr. Vegas.
Right now, we're not even if I'm going in account that the foreign, they bring no come do this.
Mr. Vegas, I want you to be reminded.
You know, you said something like
the governor.
Hold on,
Mr. Vegas. The Governor General come out and say there's no transparency. Me one like I said. Hugh Blair, them caliber person. These comments are no light comments, you know. This is the
transparency, man.
This is tantamount to the King of England coming to say, yo, Integrity Commission,
Facts, bro.
The Governor General have to consult to the King first, the people in England first before he can make certain comment, right?
Listen. I'm telling you that his position.
No, that's really the king, but with the people
his position is no. Brother, I don't know ordinary position. The man represents monarch in Jamaica. Yeah, And these comments are no light comment.
Let me sum it up and cut. If it were Andrew Holness that said those words, who said those words, everybody, Jam, NIA, Mark Golden, everybody that out there a bonfire for Andrew Holness say, he must say there is no transparency in the Integrity Commission. The fact that the Governor General said, then can't me back. I've been them done.
Mr. Vegas, they would have called it an attack. Don't pretty it up. You know your policy.
Yeah. Yes.
They would have called it an attack.
The gleaner in a rear.
All right, so the snow falling at Jamaica there.
Yeah, man. Yes, the man. The man deal them with. Listen, I understand what's going on. You know. Right now, over Integrity Commission, you're going to see all people are left fast like lightning because nobody not going with Kevin. Remember that. And I'm bewitched. I'm bezwitch, you know. Remember that, you know. Oh.
You don't say woman look, man. We don't say woman look.
All right, Mr. Vegas, big up.
Listen, the comments by the Governor General is that's not anything ordinary. It's not something ordinary that has happened. The Governor General state that there's no transparency or efficiency in the Integrity Commission.
Boy, nationwide can't miss me tomorrow, Chavi.
Early, 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock.
Have a GG down there.
Can't miss me, Chavi.
Chavi.
Yes, sir.
You give me something tonight. Connect. Some little fly up can't take me tomorrow. Me and them.
I can't tell you this, Chavi. My mind free right now.
Why I like me?
Good night.
My mind free.
Good night. But could you from Bracy? A long time Bracy in my box now, so on. Bracy.
Yeah, well, you know what say is a man, me did come up. Well, me never really come up, you know, me did a listen and you know me not talk over people, especially when people are getting the right knowledge, when people are talk sense.
So you don't mind the man them go and talk.
Yeah, me don't mind, but me did come to say one thing me did want to say and a man say it.
All right.
The part where this brother did a run around with the whole of cash where they get shot and robbed. I can't hear nothing about that all now. Them things they are going to come up now and we're going to hear about them.
Bracy, that move shoots to the heart of the credibility of the Integrity Commission.
Yes, man.
And I want you to take note what they tried to do. They tried to play it off like the police wasn't doing anything. And I respect the brother there, you know. What's his name?
Bailey.
Mr. Bailey, who came out and produced the receipts and stood up to the Integrity Commission. He stood up to them. Because the Integrity Commission operates in the form of an area done. It's as if they carry the moniker that when we talk, no dog bark.
Yeah.
Good night.
And I love that he stood up to them.
Yes. Yeah. The police force change up on them, man. The police force reorganize on them.
Good night. Can I just say something with all that is going on? I want first thing most who are here to support the party leader and Jamaica and the wider whole. We need to remember. We must remember one thing. One, the Prime Minister cannot be sued in law. He's immune from prosecution. That's number one. Two, the Prime Minister cannot be compelled to go to any court to answer any question. Three.
No, but they want to get him out.
Let him finish. JLP, let him land.
Three, the Integrity Commission is answerable to the Parliament, which is the highest court to go about and say about the Prime Minister. Not one of them can utter whether sotte voce, meaning Latin, directly or indirectly in space, anything untowards to the theme, the Prime Minister. Because if they so do it, which they know they cannot do, the Prime Minister has a free will, the utmost free will with his majority in Parliament to remove the Integrity Commissioner and all the members of the Commission. That prerogative lies with the Prime Minister alone. The Governor General cannot save them because he is only there for ceremonial purposes, right? So while the Integrity Commission will be talking about integrity and who can do what, let us see if they will go to King Street, right, and go and lodge a case to ask the Prime Minister to answer about any illicit enrichment. And let us see where the chips fall. So, as much as it was run by Panton or whoever it wanted to be the High Court, who sit on the bench and all these people want to talk, you notice the Prime Minister just have them going round in circles. Because guess what? You cannot, under law, bring any Prime Minister.
Marky, hold on. Now that you're gonna double down on that point, I'll have to.
Let him finish.
Right? If anybody goes and read the Constitution of Jamaica and realize the powers that the Prime Minister have, they would realize that the Integrity Commission, by virtue of how it is set up, answers to the Parliament. And whoever the parliamentary majority has the say in things. Now, while they're doing what they want to do and feel like they are answerable to the courts, which court is it that they are answerable to? That is the question that they must first answer. And we must go and read the Integrity Commission Act to see which court they're answerable to. Because they can't bring any case for any sitting minister or prime minister with all that they want to furnish reports. What you must do, if you're so bad, go and get a search warrant. Which judge is going to sign that search warrant is the question. Okay? So, food for thought. They're going around in circles and rambling and marking G and the whole posse. The question that the public must ask, which judge in law in the jurisprudence of Jamaica has the authority to sign that search warrant?
All right. God's adopted. Are you going to respond?
Good night, everyone, both in the box as well as in the chat. And
good night,
man. Even those in the For You page, whether you're with us or against us, we still wish you good night. And Sparky Bob, I'm glad you raised that point, and I think it's such a pertinent point that you raised. However, with the direction that the so-called civil groups in Jamaica has been, I have observed carefully. In fact, this evening I was listening to, I never even finished it because I was so turned off that I stopped it, to a presentation by Diane Jackson Miller. And she was leaning against, mind you, it was not the Integrity Commission, it was the appointment of Dennis Chung. She was leaning against Dennis Chung, and as a trained attorney and a trained journalist, she should have known better. One, the Prime Minister does not appoint anyone. Right? That's the first thing she knows. Any lay person who reads knows that the Prime Minister is not the one who does the appointment, neither the interviews. In addition to that, that Chung, being a trained auditor, plus he has a PhD, is not only qualified, but he went through due process, which was being interviewed by the Services Commission. So he went through the due process. He applied duly and was interviewed and came out victorious. The third thing is that the invitation to apply was there from last year, and it was not being taken. So contrary to what the PNP wants the public to believe, that this was a fly-by-night appointment.
The first question I'm going to ask you is this. The first question I'm going to ask you is this. Who appoints the persons to the Integrity Commission?
They are recommended. They are recommended by.
Hold on, Travi, I want to ask a question. Who does the appointment?
I'm going to come back to
the
that.
Governor General. I don't. The Governor
And
General.
how does the Governor General appoint any person to any commission?
We have recommendations through.
By way of recommendation, who does the recommendation come from?
PM and opposition leader.
It comes from the sole prerogative of the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister does not have to consult with the opposition and anybody when it comes to the commissions. If we go back and look at our constitution, it lays down the powers of the Prime Minister. He can consult with them by virtue of reason, but he has no duty in law, right, to accept any recommendation from them to any commission. That is the prerogative of the Prime Minister. Only the Prime Minister, not the ministers, not the Member of Parliament. That is his prerogative. And what the Governor General stands for is to rubber stamp the directives of the Prime Minister. That is all. So regardless of whether civil society is upset with whether he's recommended or by the Governor General or he's appointed by the Governor General, there ain't nothing they can do. Civil society cannot do nothing. The only person who can make any amendments,
I want to clear
anybody in any commission is that of the government. It is laid out clearly in our constitution, and nobody dares, regardless of their parliamentary majority,
so Sparky,
ever tried to touch that part of the constitution.
Sparky, hold for a second. I must bring clarity to this. Now, in terms of the chairperson, right? Prime Minister recommend chairperson commission. Commissioners recommend directors and stuff and lower officers.
Exactly, and they are lower officers.
Yeah, we just want to make that clear. Sir Josh, come through.
Right. So I have to accept responsibility for what just happened. I was referring to a different matter, though I was going to pivot back to the Integrity Commission. I was referring to the appointment of Dennis Chung as head of FID.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so back to it so that the public will understand the discussion that we're having. Dion Jackson Miller tried to mislead the public into believing that the appointment of Dennis Chung was one unethical. Two,
Joshua, break up.
Yeah, break one up, that Joshua. Was unethical. How do I sound now?
Jan Jackson tried to mislead.
So I switched back to the Wi-Fi. I was actually on the data alone, but I switched back to Wi-Fi. Right. So she was.
Go back to Dion Jackson. Mislead.
Yes, that's where I'm heading. So she was trying to mislead the public into believing that the appointment of Dennis Chung was the Prime Minister's doing. Secondly, she also tried to give the impression that it was unethical and this was done in order to support the Prime Minister. The third element is that he was unqualified for the role. Now let us examine all of them. The first part is that the Prime Minister appoints no one as head of government bodies, so to speak, especially the FID. The FID, the appointment is done by the Services Commission, which consists of a group of persons who you duly apply for the position, whatever the position is, whether it be FID or otherwise. And you are interviewed, your resume is looked at, you are duly interviewed, and selection is made right there. So it's not the Prime Minister who appoints the person.
You're interviewed by a panel and not just by a person.
Right. You're interviewed by a panel.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing is that Dennis Chung has worked across administrations, PNP and JLP alike in the past, is not the friend of the Prime Minister. In fact, he would be more regarded as friend, closer to the opposition, even the Prime Minister, because he once worked at DB&G. And that in and of itself should have left a red flag. A man with such a stellar accomplishment and reputation as Dennis Chung, why would Mark Golding and Peter Bunting be afraid for him, having worked with their company, not to head FID, considering his reputation, Dennis Chung's reputation? Is it that he knows something that Mark Golding and Peter Bunting is afraid might come to the public's attention? I just want us to think about that for a minute. Thirdly, this man has a PhD. I don't remember in what field, but he's an auditor by trade, forensic type auditor, right? He's not a forensic auditor. Notice I said forensic type, lest I be misquoted. He has a very keen eye for details, right? He has worked in the capacity plus in leadership role. He once headed NSWMA, right? So if we argue that he's unqualified to head the FID, then when he headed the NSWMA, he was not qualified either. And if that's the case, then PJ Patterson as a lawyer was also unqualified to lead Jamaica because he didn't study politics. And so we have to be careful how we go down the rabbit hole, lest it backfire against us, right? Most of our leaders have not studied politics. Andrew Holness is the only one that I know of that studied politics, right? But none of the others. Yet they led Jamaica, right? Plus there were about 3 other persons or 4 other persons who were not trained in law enforcement, who headed the FID prior to now. So when he's trying to mislead people into thinking, including Dion Jackson Miller, into thinking that he was unqualified by virtue of the fact that he never did law enforcement. You know, if you're going to be dealing with financial related matters and he's an auditor, then it therefore means that he would have been trained to deal with matters such as this. And considering that he's a man of integrity and is often called upon by journalists and other commentators to comment on some matters, I believe that he's well able, because you have to have a certain amount of body of knowledge before you're able to comment on matters such as these, right? What they're afraid of is because he gave an objective assessment prior as a private citizen. He never took the Prime Minister's side. He wasn't against the Prime Minister's side. He never took the Integrity Commission side. He wasn't against them. He gave an objective assessment to say, hey, there's nothing toward with having multiple bank accounts. What we should be concerned about is what is in the account. Nothing is wrong with that statement, right? But now the PNP realize that they cannot manipulate Dennis Chung. They don't want who they can't manipulate. Perhaps that's why Dayton Campbell had his friends sit on the Integrity Commission's board. So having skipped from the FID, I'm now over to the Integrity Commission, right? I think Travi raised a point, if it wasn't Travi, that I thought of before. The new head of the Integrity Commission. I never thought of it before, and so I'm glad it came to the fore that this lady, before the bench was even warm, that she was supposed to be sitting, she was asking the previously tainted set that is there to stay on. Why would you ask them? You have the opportunity to have your own mandate, to put your own stamp on the thing, to say, hey, I'm new and different, right? And I want to be as objective as possible. Why would you want a set that there's a cloud hanging over for that same cloud to be hung over you, unless you have a particular mission to accomplish, an unfinished mission that your enslaver, your background master has given you to carry out? And you say, boy, in order to concretize this, then I have to make sure that pass the baton to me and I keep on running the same leg of the same race that they ran before. It is just something for us to ponder and ponder very hard. Lastly but not least, I believe that we should vehemently, unrelentingly, forcefully ask for that $34 million forensic report that has vanished into thin air. They brought in a forensic auditor from overseas. This person, they believe, in their judgment, was qualified to audit the affairs of the PM. Having audited it apparently did not meet their expectations. And what was their expectation? Their expectation would be that the Prime Minister would be culpable of something untoward. That having not materialized.
1 minute? Can I just interject 1 minute?
Well,
while the whatever commission you want to call it, right? Whatever they want to do to get forensic report and whatever they want to do, the first thing that we must notice is what Dennis Strong said. Having multiple accounts is nothing wrong, because that's a law. It allows you to have multiple accounts. Second point I'm going to make to you right here is that they could do all their forensic reports that they want, right? They could spend the taxpayers' money how they want. But I come back to the point. Which judge are you going to ask in the court, the law of Jamaica, to compel a sitting prime minister to come and answer questions?
No, Sparky, whilst that is a good question, let me tell you why I don't even want to go down that road.
Before I go further down the road, let me finish 1 second. Before I go down the road, there's a point that all of us as Jamaicans are missing right now with this whole Integrity Commission report and whatever it is at stake. What is at stake right now? And I've not heard many persons talk about it, but persons in the Caribbean are watching Jamaica. A lot of you may not have known Jamaica has found drilling is taking place for oil in Jamaica.
No, it has not been disclosed.
Hold on, let me finish my statement.
Sparky, hold up, Sparky.
No, Sparky, it's not found.
Sparky, hold on.
Let me finish my statement because I don't live there now.
Sparky, it's not yet found.
I live in an oil country.
No, sir, no, Sparky. We have been following it closely.
Hold on. Can I finish my statement?
Sparky,
not that Sparky, sir. We have been following it closely.
Can I finish my statement?
No, the answer is
let me finish my statement. Right? I know all of you are going to come after me.
Be allowed to do that.
No. You know what? Let him finish.
Okay? And let me explain to you what is going on. Okay? Now,
listen.
I'm finishing my statement, Travis. Right?
We're done 11 o'clock, so.
I know. UOG United the largest reserves, and we will go very faster. And they're looking at investor.
Sir, you're misquoting.
Hold on. Let me finish my statement.
You are misquoting the company.
You are misquoting them, sir. We have gone through the reports. We have read the report.
Hold on. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Let me finish. In finding oil, once you find the sediments, it takes a while between drilling and whatever. So you can't make an official announcement until you have put up your first rig and it comes to shore. Now, what is at play right here now, which the country has not realized, right, is that in a few months from now, right, they will start to do their official drilling once they have found a suitable investor.
They will not. They're not going to be doing any drilling in a few months. That's not what the company has said. But
right, because what has happened, they have revised their reports because of where it is located. It is not located onshore. It is a good distance out at sea, right? And that requires what you call deep well drilling, which is very expensive, and you have to have the big gunners who are going to come and do these things. Now, what is at play right now is the politics of, if I get out Andrew, right, and I come in, by the time they're ready to come and do the official drilling or whatever, I am in charge of the public purse and everything. And we're going to see what confusion is going to play in the country. So all this nonsensical talk about integrity commission and this one wanting to call election or whatever it is, they all know what cards are damn well playing inside of the country. And they're trying to fool you, the public, now, to not realizing that, guess what? Something bigger is at play. The entire Caribbean is watching. Little Jamaica now.
Sparky, I know your voice. Hold on, I know your voice, Sparky. I know your voice. I've shared a platform before. I'll tell. I'm going to repeat a word that I believe you used before, and it caused a big uproar. Jackassness.
Exactly. So all the jackasses that they're playing now, right, is to get you, the population.
Sparky, it is not a monologue. It's a conversation. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Don't just go off. Hold on. I want to ask you a few questions based on your latest pronouncement. I want to ask you if piston samplings have been done, and do piston samplings come before or after drilling?
Piston sampling comes before drilling.
Has that been done?
Yes. Piston sampling has been done.
No, sir. Not been done.
No, sir.
As I said, we have been following this.
They revise their report.
Sir,
They revise
Sir Sparky, wait a minute, sir. Sir Sparky, wait a minute.
Sparky.
We have been following this for months. Closely.
You have piston sampling and piston core sampling. Okay?
Sparky, let travel land. We have been following this for months. In fact, we have had to go on lives and debunk lies, plain lies, because of the same. I'm not saying you. I'm saying that people who wanted to spread rumor because they had a narrative to push, and we have had to go on lives and dealt with it. Winner, Travi, myself, and Chuck have had to.
The position you have all taken.
Always like
Mr. Sparky, hold
on, guys. So we have done.
Let's not try for reason. This is what you're doing. You hold on to your belief, and you push that. You want to push it past everybody. You even want to push it past even the facts.
Because guess what? When you are in the industry and you know what is taking place, you do not listen to others.
Can I speak, sir? Can I speak, sir? You're trying to push your belief even past facts. And you see, because this is happening, I would hope that the minister, being Mr. Vaz, would have speak to the directors of that company, and because they're confusing the people. What they produce is a prospectus seeking investors in the move. As a matter of fact, Sparky, if you are versed on information concerning and drilling in Jamaica, you'd have known that this is something coming as far as back as the 50s.
Over 80 years.
It's beyond this. Sir, hold on.
The last report of oil price. Hold on, Travis.
Let him land.
All right, guys.
This is my last point I'm going to make, because I enjoy listening to you guys, but I want you to, Travis. Sparky. This is my last point.
When you make your point, you make your point. That was the one before this. I asked people to let you finish. Now it's somebody's time for the floor, and you want to cut them off to make another point.
Right.
Like, this don't make no sense.
Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Because we're going done at 11 o'clock, you know.
It don't make no sense.
Hold on, Chubb. Inspiration there for a while, and them never say nothing. I'm burning. I mean, I want done before them say a word. So, look at hold the point. They stick a pin right there, sir. Because we know them not find no island of jail now go on. We know all of that. So hold it there, sir. Inspiration. When they tell him sleep. Inspiration. All right. Browning. Browning. All right, gentlemen. No go on. Go on till 11, because we are going done 11 o'clock.
So I'm saying, United Oil and Gas has put out a prospectus. Even most recently, it's a prospectus that they're put out. You made a statement declaring that Jamaica is sitting on how much oil. No, they say they think that's what's there, and they need to the piston sample and core sampling to make sure that it is actually there and it is up to commercial grade.
Right.
That is the statement
That's the rest.
Including what the people them say.
Right. And in fact, they went making pitches for possible investors. So the minister in charge came out and debunked the lie.
Yes, that's true.
They need to speak again. The minister needs to compel them to speak again, because this is a blatant confusion. There are people that believe with all of their hearts that yes, oil has been found.
Yeah, man, the minister had to come out.
Has been found. If oil has been found, please, Renford. Thank you. Now, if oil have been found, do you know the magnitude of change that would have meant for Jamaica? Explain to me how I'll find, and they might keep it a secret, United Islands. People listen
the government of Jamaica.
Think about this rationally. Bro, the billions of barrels of oil that they are hoping for, right? The abundance of riches that would have meant. You think them are going to swallow it down and overlook investors? They would have gone and borrowed the money.
Do not
Hold on, Sparky. Sparky, you need to listen. Sparky,
I am listening to you, and I'm going to make the final point. You do not look investors for something that is potential, because you know that it's there.
Until I'm finished.
Hold on, people. Hold on, people.
Don't do that, Sparky. You're going too good, Sparky. You're going too good for night.
Anyway, good night, my fellow friends.
All right, Sparky, good night.
Sparky.
I'm here, I'm listening, but I'm saying good night.
So in your belief, you feel say them file island drill out there?
They have found the oil, but but the problem that they are encountering is that the oil is they haven't started the drilling as yet.
But that you say now?
Yes, I said to you they have found it.
No, you said
no. The problem.
You said they are drilling, and I asked you,
right? They will commence drilling shortly, because the oil that has been found
let me say something to you. Let me correct something that you said, Sparky. Because
oil on shore is different to oil offshore.
No,
from onshore.
Onshore meaning land.
Sea. But whether land or sea, it's an island. It's an island.
Right? So when you have oil out at sea, it requires a different mechanism to go about extraction.
Sparky, just a minute.
In the last time when they found the oil in the country, the then president of the Petrojam said that we have oil, but it's not in commercial quantity. And this is over some 15 years going on now, right? When the traces of oil in St. Elizabeth and also in Portland. And they said
traces don't make it oil, sir.
Right? It's not in commercial quantity. Now, what has happened now was that when UOG came into the picture now, with the licensing now, they went further out at sea, they realized there's a large quantity. But one of the main problems that they're encountering, you must have the investor to go and put up the rigs out there.
So, Sparky, here's what I'm going to request of you.
Okay?
Hold on, just a minute.
It may not be that start drilling anytime
Sparky, it's
now.
not a monologue.
Yeah, but I'm explaining to you. I'm explaining to you before I go.
Sir, when I was talking and you asked me to hold, even though I was not finished with my point, twice you asked me to. And I, out of courtesy, I did. You can honor other people by the same thing. Right? I am going to request of you, since one of the things that almost everybody on this live knows that I do, I ask for source document. So I'm going to ask you to produce the source document to back your argument.
All right, no problem. Message me privately and I'll send it to
right?
you.
No,
I don't want it private.
150 plus people are here.
I want it publicly. I don't
Tomorrow
want
6
it
o'clock,
private.
no problem. I am a couple of
Right.
hours ahead of you, so I'm
Yeah,
not
right.
6 o'clock Jamaica time or 6 o'clock.
Yeah, 8 o'clock
And
Jamaica
in-
time.
and
8
in
o'clock
addition to
Jamaica
that-
time, okay, no
Yeah,
problem.
man, come with
Right.
the thing tomorrow, because Trevor go there.
And in addition to that, you said something that I want to correct, sir. You said people do not seek investors until they find. Sir, hold on. I studied business administration, and what you're saying doesn't accord with the teachings. I also studied marketing, and that doesn't accord with what we were taught. You seek investors before you need them. In other words, you make a pitch to your potential investors to say, hey, this is a possibility. And investors come on board early, and you make a promise to them.
Tag me in, Joshua. Tag me. Let me tag team this point here.
Go ahead, Travis.
And response to this part. Let me declare. I won't even ask any questions because we don't want to. Let me declare that United Island Gas in its totality is worth nearly 30 million pounds. Yeah, as a company. They have a net worth of nearly 30 million pounds. Let me say this to you. If United Island Gas have found the abundance of oil that stated that they have found, why would they need investors? As a matter of fact, they wouldn't have to spend their money because every single bank on the face of the world align up to give them money, is go drill, and so you can do their banking with them.
That is not how the oil industry works.
I'm not talking about oil industry, I'm talking about economics 101, and that's the problem with you.
Right, it could be economics 101, 102.
No, sir.
That is not how the industry operates, sir. And I will say this to you. How does it work? Leave you now, right? And even although I'm not within my country for a number of years now, right, and I've been following up on the daily news and everything that is happening globally and regionally, what I can say to you, let us see what will happen in another 4 to 5 years. And then,
4 to 5 years is not it. You have stated that oil has
I said, and when I say 4 to 5 years, I am giving you that maximum timeline.
4 to 5 years is not right. You said that oil has been found and they're not telling you.
And
that's what you're stating.
And when it does happen,
that's a blatant lie.
All right, guys.
I would have said.
We are waiting on the document for tomorrow, sir.
That's a lie.
Gentlemen, we're going to get the last word, I know, because tomorrow is another day. I have to go work 5 o'clock a man.
All right, you heard you.
Yeah, let me get the last word.